Hello, Blue Dragonfly. I'm just drinking some enhanced water. It's like cranberry flavor. Anyway, but today is Sunday, August 24th, 2025. I'm going to continue and finish Amayado Bus Stop. Again, I don't know how much is there. I can't speak. I don't know how much is left to do because I felt like I was pretty close at the end. But I don't know because there's like different endings as well. Ironically, I think I have to replay the. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see what saves I have, but like, I might have to replay a significant portion of the actual game all over again just to get the bad ending. Ironically, like what's with like games and how like at least with certain games where like it's harder to get the bad ending than it is to get like the good ending, you know? At least for me. Because according to this guide over here, spoilers, like I mentioned something how like yeah, you have to get less than 8 heart fragments to get the bad ending. But like it's already too late. I can't just like throw away the heart fragments. You know, I wish that could be a thing. Just like dump it in the trash. Apparently, I don't know. I imagine you can't really do that. Anyway. But yeah. Again, the enhanced water thing is like, what's it called? It's called Mio Enhance or Water Enhancer or something like that. It was like on sale at my local like grocery store. And you know, almost all the flavors were sold out. I mean, the first time I checked, like I wasn't sure which flavor I even wanted because I don't know. So what does that even mean? You know, like black cherry, you know, lemonade. I mean, I guess you know what lemonade tastes like, but you know, there's like a bunch of like different colors. I don't know what they mean exactly, especially because it's like artificial flavors. So like, you know, just because something is called strawberry, it's probably not gonna taste like strawberries. You know, it probably tastes like the artificial type of strawberries. Anyway, but. You know, the first time I got it, I got the blueberry lemonade. Then the second time I went, I looked at the shelf. It was all basically sold out. Everyone already bought everything, as it turns out. So I got, I think, the cranberry flavor or something like that. I don't see any images here, but like, you know, cranberry flavor. Which, ironically, even though, I mean, there's a fruit punch flavor here, but actually, to me, it just tastes like fruit punch anyway. I don't know. You've heard that those are good? Some have caffeine, too. Oh, really? Can't remember. Did I see ones with caffeine? Oh, I saw ones with like added electrolytes, I think, which is basically just salt. By the way, people, you know, use a fancy word for electrolytes, but I'm pretty sure it's just salt, right? Isn't? I mean, let's ask Google. Isn't electrolytes just salt? Ah, okay. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't have. It has potassium and chloride and calcium. I don't know. Whatever. I assume it's mostly salt, though. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean water enhancers basically. It's my new thing now. Because you know, I've always had water. Because, well, a while ago, technically, like, what I did was kind of like cut sugar out of my diet, you know? I just went cold turkey, which, well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it makes you really crave sugar. Anyway, but after that, I just kind of drank water, right? I just mostly just drank water. But nowadays, I just kind of like, wait a minute, you know, there's these like 0-calorie sweeteners. I'm like, Now I just want to spice it up, you know? And so I've been trying this and it's like, you know what? It's just water, except it has flavor and it's 0 calories. So what's the downside? Maybe like, I don't know, in like 50 years we'll learn that artificial sweeteners kill you, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there have been studies already, but like it's kind of like inconclusive. But I don't know. Anyway, there used to be coffee flavor ones too, but they were discontinued. Really? Coffee. I guess so. It says it's available on Walmart. I don't really drink coffee though, so I don't know what the coffee flavor would taste like. I imagine it would taste different though, because isn't coffee usually... Well, I was gonna say like, isn't it usually coffee you drink it hot? But I guess there's like iced coffee and stuff. And like, there's, I guess, coffee flavored candy and stuff. Anyway. But before I go into the actual video game, I'm going to waste time, you know? Well, I mean, not exactly, but like, you know, I'm gonna spend some time doing Renshuu again. Again, I've been neglecting it though, because I've been busy during the week. But, you know, let's do a little bit of Renshuu. I mean, let's learn some Japanese words, you know? Isn't that fun? It's fun, okay? To learn about Japanese words. Let's see. Megane. You know, how do you say? I hear this word a lot in anime. You know, Megane? Because sometimes there's a trope where like the character's entire personality is just their glasses. They're just known as the character that wears glasses, even though in real life, a lot of people are wearing glasses actually. It's like kind of like, I don't know if it's the majority, but it's like a lot of people. Because it turns out, you know, when you're a kid, I mean, as far as I understand, I don't know if it's a good source, but I saw a YouTube video basically that explains why people are wearing glasses these days, right? And as it turns out, it's because a lot of kids stay at home, you know, more so than in the past, which affects the way their eye develops. It's not necessarily because they spend a lot of time on TV, even though that's kind of like, how do you say, that's, what's the word? It's like a connection, but like it's not like directly correlated. I guess, yeah, correlation, even though it is a bit of a correlation, it's not a causation. It's more so the fact that everyone just stays inside, you know, when they were a kid and plays video games or whatever, you know, so obviously you just end up wearing glasses if you do that, you know. Anyway, Megane? Megane. I'm wearing glasses right now. Hoshi is you want something. Hoshi, you wish for something as well, apparently. Oh, this is just the Japanese pronunciation of earring. So, how do you say this? Iyaringu? Iyaringu. Iyaringu. Jusu, I hear that a lot in anime. Jusu, I like some jusu, please. Jusu kudasai. Jitensha. Jitensha. And Iacon? You said it? Iacon? How do you say that? Iacon? Iacon? Oh, it sounds like aircon, but like aircon? Aircon. Anyway, let's do some quizzes. I haven't done this in a week. Is it akuroi? It's bright. Tomodachi, of course, is friend. The power of tomodachi, and the other one. What's the other one? Nakama or something? You know, for like being like best friends or whatever. Umi is obviously the ocean. Hot is Atsui. Atsui. Suppotsu, of course. Suppotsu. It's just Suppotsu, right? Oh, damn it, no. See, that's always tricky. Like, how do you, even though it's an English word, you know, in Japanese, I don't know when there's gonna be a dash or not. So it's Suppotsu. 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 Let's say that specifically. Not Suppotsu. Suppotsu. Chi-Chi, which is not the Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball Z. Well, I mean, it is, but, you know, it does not mean mother, it means father. It's like the opposite of Chi-Chi from Dragon Ball Z. Eringu is just Irengu. Iaringu, I think that's one, yeah. Mother is Haha. Kibishi. Kibishi is strict and severe. Kibishi. I don't really remember all the days of the week in Japanese. I think it's Duyobi. I mean, it has to be this one, Yobi. If it shows like multiple, you know, choices that are also like other days, I won't be able to tell. Like Mukuyobi, I think is Thursday, or is it Tuesday? I don't know. Movie film is eiga. Megane, of course, we just learned is Megane. Yasui, cheap. Intimate, good terms. Onzen, Shozu, Nakagai. I think it's this one, Nakagai, right? Yeah, Nakagai. Aisu, Jisho. In fact, wasn't there like a website called Jisho? Yes, gshow.org. Okay, I gotta remember. Jisho means dictionary because there's a website called gshow.org. There's a Japanese dictionary. I gotta remember that. And then darkness, the power of darkness, kuroi.
Kurai.
Oh, kurai, ra, not roi. Kurai. Gonna make that mistake a lot. Oki, it's big. Salad. Is it just sarada? Yeah, see, sometimes there's no hyphens. It's just sarado. Sarada. Anzen means to be safe and secure. Pan is bread. Pan. I know this is because of melon pan. Melon pan, which is the favorite food of the character from Shakugan no Shana, which I always am upset about because I think by season 2 or 3, like, it really goes downhill. But anyway, tender and kind. Kirai. Samui means cold. I think it's yasashi, of course. Yasashi. Kohi. Nimotsu. Ooh, it's luggage, I think. Beautiful. Well, kire can mean that, I think, but this is a different one. Atarashi, isogashi, utsukushi. Oh, utsukushi, I think. Coin, park. Hoshi means to want something. Hoshi, what's that remind me of? Hoshi. It's probably some kind of anime, I think. And something got Hoshi. It has to be some kind of, I can't remember the name, but it's some kind of anime. It has Hoshi in the name, so that's how I remember it. But look, I don't really remember the actual anime. Himo or Hima? Hima. Jitensha's bicycle. Hello, Hanasa. Oshi no ko? Oshi no ko? I don't know. It doesn't have Hoshi, does it? Oh, let me double check. Oshi no ko. I never watched this though, or read it. I knew about the manga before the anime came out. What does it mean? What's the English translation? Can I do this? Push child. I don't know if that's correct. Oshi no ko. Ko means child, right? Yeah, that means ko. And Oshi. What's Oshi mean? Does it mean like Oshi as in like well, I mean, obviously it's from J-pop idols, right? Oshi, I think, like your favorite idol. But also, doesn't it mean like in VTubers as well? Like your favorite VTuber? Because, it's based on the idol culture and everything. I don't know if it's Oshi though. It's Hoshi? I guess it's Hoshino. That's the name, the character. Anyway, the reason why I didn't watch this, by the way, is that I read the how do you say, the premise, or like, I mean, it says right here, it's like an obstetrician gynecologist, delivers a baby, I guess, but then he gets reincarnated as her son. I'm like, what? Again, it's like a weird isekai thing, but like, it's not isekai into like a different world, it's isekai into a different body, I guess. And it's like, what? That sounds dumb, basically. And I never watched it. Apparently people liked it, and there's like, like spoilers, there's like some kind of dramatic scene that happens near the beginning of the anime, I'm assuming, and everybody's like, whoa, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the premise. The premise just sounds really contrived and dumb. Like, why does he have to be a gynecologist and be his like #1 favorite Japanese pop idol fan that also delivers her baby, then becomes her baby? Like, what are you talking about? Are you high? Anyway, that's what I would say to writer anyway. But I don't know, it works. Apparently you gotta do that. You gotta have a crazy premise, otherwise people won't read your story, I guess. It's like literally like clickbaiting for your story, I guess, for your manga. Does it start as a manga or is it a light novel? You know, I always mix it all up, you know, because sometimes some animes start as a light novel and then become a manga or an anime. Sometimes it's always just a manga, and sometimes it's just anime. Sometimes it's a visual novel. Crazy. Yeah, Oshi's like being a fan. Yeah, I'm a weeb. I know what Oshis are. I don't know if it's the same Oshi, because sometimes in Japanese, you know, there are certain words that sound the same but have a different meaning because it's written differently. A lot of, what do you call it, like homonyms, essentially. I don't know if Japanese people would call it that, but like in English, you know, you would call that an homonym. What's a common homonym in English, actually? I can't really think of one on the top of my head, but you know, like words that literally are like sound and spelled the same, but then they have different meanings. So like it's hard to know what it means without context. Omoshiroi means interesting, funny. Omoshiroi. Tenin, yowai is weak. You're weak. Yowai desu. You say to your opponent, you know, in like a fighting anime. Okasan's mother, I think. Computer. I always read how to do this one. Pasokan? Is it Pasokan? Yeah. Without any hyphens, just Pasokan. Pasokan? Why is it called Pasokan? I actually don't know why it's called that. It's like, it's not called PC, you know, you think it's called PC or something. But it's Pasokan for some reason. I don't know that. I don't know why it says that. You know, or I don't know why it's called that, rather. Probably some kind of historical thing in Japanese, why they call that. I mean, Japan is one of the leaders of technology. No, sometimes they're a little bit anachronistic though. Sometimes they're like one of the most modern, you know, innovative places for technology, and sometimes it's like the opposite, where like they have really old technology they're still using because, you know, it's a very traditional society. They just can't end up using it for a long time before, you know, changing. Oshi, are you talking about Oshi? So I'm close to you and the store is going to close. Oh, you're talking about homonyms rather. Oh, close. All right, close and close. You pronounce it differently though, like close and close. You do. Another one was. Oh yeah, I was gonna think. I think red, right? Well, red is spelled differently though. What's the difference again? There's like homonyms and there's like the other one, homophones, right? Homophones and homonyms. Homophones is like it was pronounced the same, but spelled differently. But homonyms are like it was spelled the same, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, homophone as well. I think. I think I'm using the right term. I was thinking of red. You know, red as in I read something, but also it's the color red. I always, you know, that always gets me. Because I'm like, am I saying this right? Because when you think red, you can also think of read. Read and red are also spelled the same, by the way. So that's also a thing, even though it means the same thing technically. It's like the past tense and the present tense are spelled the same. So anyway, what's this? I think it's ocha. Ocha. Baseball. I remember this was a thing I got stuck on yesterday. Yaku, I think. Yaku. I don't know. I have to somehow associate Yaku with baseball. I'm gonna Yaku your baseball. I don't know. Watashi tachi means us. And by the way, this is relatively easy only because it's, I mean, for one, it's multiple choice, but also it's just the hiragana. I feel like when it gets like to kanji, that's when I just give up, because how am I supposed to remember all the kanji? I don't know how that works. Aircon. Oh, and of course supports Supotsu. I gotta remember Supotsu. I can evolve my cow-chan. It's time to digivolve. Wow, I get a cat. How's that work? What do you mean? You can't do that. You can't like summon another creature. It's like two creatures in one. Kind of like, what is it? Kangaskhan. I think Kangaskhan in Pokemon First Generation, where like there's a baby in their pouch because they're based on a kangaroo or whatever. Mohu mohu means soft. Mohu hum mohu mohu. Great. Let's see. Well, I feel like I have a little bit more time. I'll do something else. Sure, let's do Shiritori. Shiritori is always fun. Probably, maybe. It's always the omoshiroi. Let's see. Pillow word. What? What do you mean pillow word? Introduction? Decorative word. Huh, that I guess means nothing. Mokura kotoba. Mokura kotoba. What a weird word. But I have to start with ba or toba? Otoba? I don't know. Ba. It's ba, right? That's ba? Or is it bo? I think it's ba, right? Let's check the dictionary. Does it show the pronunciation? Sometimes it doesn't show the pronunciation. Yeah, it doesn't show the pronunciation. Can you just go ba? Ba. Ba. Okay, it's ba. What starts with ba? I don't know. Ba. Oh. Baka. Of course. You know? Classic baka. Or is there like a longer one? Like a baka yaro? You know? That's more like extreme. Like you're calling someone a bastard. Baka yaro. What's this one? Let's see. Remember that? This one has 46 words, so you can't use any words before. But this one is, I think, urusu. Is it urus? Rusbandenwa. Rusbandenwa? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Their pronunciation. Rusbandenwa. 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 I think I'm saying that correctly. Rusbandenwa. Kyunkun denwa. I mean, there's a watashi, but like, does that count? No, let's see. Watashi. Yeah, watashi. You know, I'm using very basic words. It's just watashi. That's it. There you go. There's also Shiritori Cat, which is basically the same thing, except you're fighting an NPC instead. But like, it's kind of hard because you actually have to do it within a time limit. Sushi. I don't know. I can't think of good. I just keep going back to the same words I know. Shizuka is quiet. What's this? Kankaku. Kuranai. Like, don't. Oh, that doesn't count. Okay. I thought that meant like to not, you know, return or something like that. Maybe I spelled that wrong. I'm not sure. In that case, but I actually wonder: is kunai a word? You know, is that a word? Kunai with chain? Oh no, it means something else though. What does it mean? It means in a ward. Okay, I was thinking kunais as in throwing stars, and ninja throwing stars. That's not a Japanese word. Ie. Enbitsu, I think, means pencil? Oh no, that's wrong. What? Enbitsu. That's not a word? Hold on, maybe I misspelled it, I don't know. I thought it was enbitsu. Or is it I'm spelling it wrong? But what's pencil? Enbitsu. Yeah. Enbitsu. Oh, enbitsu. Wait, hold on. Enbitsu. Not su? No. So it's not wrong. Wait, what? What am I doing wrong? Am I just looking at it wrong? Pencil. No, pencil. No, pencil. No, wrong. Pencil. Enbitsu. I'm gonna copy and paste it because I'm doing it wrong. Oh, enpitsu. Oh, enpitsu, not enbitsu. Enpitsu. That's what I did wrong.
鉛筆
Enpitsu. I always heard it as Bitsu, not Pitsu. That's why I got it wrong. Tsutsumi.
包み
Tsutsumi. Mina? Is that like a word? Nah. Mina, everybody, yeah. I hear that a lot in anime, so Mina means everyone. Nado. Dobutsu. I think that's right. Dobutsu means animal in general. Sugaku.
通学
Sugaku, commuting to school. Oh yeah? I counter you. Gakusei. It means student, I think. Wow. The little sticker I think says Naisu. Iringu. That's what I've learned recently. But how do I translate this to something else? Or not translate, but add to it, I guess. Goo baba. I don't know, goo babies. Gudo morning. Utsu gupu Gura the VTuber. Didn't she graduate? Something like that? Damn it. Okay, Guru. No, Guru. I think means spinning or something, turning. Yeah, Guru. Only know this because of like some kind of Vocaloid song. I think that Guru, like the song is about Guru or something. Ha? What was? Oh no, not ha. It's a ru. Ruru. Okay, Ruru. Ruto. Is that a word? Like in English, Ruto. Yeah. Works. What's this say? That's chi, right? Tochu.
途中
Tochu. Oh yeah, Uma Musume. I only know that because of Uma Musume. Also, hello, or rather, konnichiwa. Eliasen. I'm just doing a little bit of Renshuu. If you didn't know, I always just do this at the beginning of the stream because I want to practice my Japanese, my very beginner level Japanese, where I barely can speak to a toddler, probably. A toddler probably knows more Japanese than me, if they're born in Japan, but anyway. Maigo? Ooh, how do I spell this again? I always forget. Gomen sai. I died. Okay. I played 9 words. Technically, I didn't get the thing. I gotta do it one more time to get the thing. I wanted to say gomenasai, but I always don't know how to spell it. Gomenasai? Man, what's this?
シュークリーム
Shukrim. Wait, is that Shukrimu? Oh, okay, Shukrimu. Mutsuyobi. Is that like a thing? Or am I making that up? I'm making that up. Or is it Mukoyobi? Mukoyobi. Nope, that's not a word. What am I thinking of? Mukuyobi? Is it Mukuyobi? Nope, that's wrong too. I swear. What is it? Mukuyobi. It's Yobi. Muku. Is it Tuesday? No, that's Kayobi, Thursday. Mokuyobi. Mokuyobi. I still spelled wrong. Mokuyobi. No? I lost. I died playing 0 words. I'd have to do this again. Even the different spelling, I still mispronounce your name? Well, you know? How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? If it's not English, I don't really know. It's also kind of small because I have like on a small screen. So like, look. You always read my name as SighingSlider. I don't know. My name is spelled in English. There's 2 English words. It's sign, the adjective, and slider, a noun. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Shikatetsu. Tetsuo. No. Tetsuo. Canada. Tsukihime. No, that's okay, just Suki, I think. Tsukihime is a visual novel by Type Moon, I think. Same people that wrote Fate Stay Night. Kibodo. Doom. Rip and tear until it's done. No, that's not a word. How about Doomu? Okay, that's not a word. I could say dobotsu again, or dobotsu, but I want to say something else though. You know, I use different words. Dokuro-chan? That's it's an anime. Oh, Doki. What about Doki? Doki Literature Club. You know, Monica, the top right there. Oh, that's Doki. What? That's wrong. That's anger and wrath. I was trying to say Doki Doki. I guess I should just say Doki Doki in that case. What does that mean?
Doki Doki.
Yeah, you have to say it twice. Doki Doki. For it to count. If you say Doki by itself, apparently it means anger. I didn't know that. Kyo means today. Kyoto. Is that a word? No. I mean, Kyoto, isn't that like a place in Japan? I guess not spelled like that. Uta. Because utao means, you know, utao is like the offshoot, you know, Vocaloid, essentially, like teto. Though I think she got upgraded. I think she got upgraded to like some other company now or something. Yeah, she has like an upgraded version. They use that same name. Anyway, that's where utao comes from. So I remember uta means sing. Tabemono, nomu means to drink. I'm pretty sure. And then muika. The 6th day of the month. Muika. Kanojo. Which I remember because of Kanojo to Kanojo. Or, oh, I spelled it wrong. What? I spelled it right. Kanojo. I think I put Kanajo. Kanojo? That's wrong. What? Is it just Kanojo? Oh, this one. Without the extra "u" at the end. Kanojo. Because, you know, was it you and me and her, a love story? But like specifically a Japanese word. Yeah. Kimi to Kanojo no Kanojo no koi. I remember. Because I saw that one gameplay clip on YouTube that basically like predates Doki Doki Literature Club. With spoilers, by the way. This game is very similar to. Which supposedly the developer Dan Salvato, I think, who made the DLC, said they weren't inspired by this game, even though it's very similar. I guess it's a coincidence. Anyway, but I also played that, by the way. I streamed that. But there you go. Even though I died to the ghost, I think I feel like I got my things, my dailies, and I guess that's it. It's about a half hour. I shouldn't spend too long on this, so I'll just cut it off here. Again, we won't be able to do everything, but do it bit by bit. I was gonna say every day, not really every day. I'm not gonna have time to do this every day. Maybe twice a week, you know? I don't know it will be significant enough for me to do this like twice a week now, but like I guess we'll see. Anyway, pause the music. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, Lo, the reason why, again, part of the reason why I'm doing this Renshuu stuff was because when I shill it every single time, if you haven't heard, I kind of translated unofficially, though I got permission, this little game that I played a while ago. It's available on itch.io. It's free and in English. So, play it, basically, you know? Again, part of the reason why I'm doing Renshuu is to get better at my Japanese, because I feel like I could do a better job if I understand Japanese language a little bit better, because there's a few things in the game, and again, it's not really like a story heavy game necessarily, but some of the words I didn't really understand, and obviously just a straight machine translation is not good enough. It needs to be, you know, I need to proofread it and actually make it make sense in English. But anyway, though I understood most of it though, in terms of like stuff that isn't really related to the story, like just the UI stuff, you know, user interface, option settings, and things like that, the tutorial messages, you know, I think I got it right. But like everything else is just kind of hard to understand. But anyway, siblings. Very unfortunate name. I mean, obviously the developers Japanese, maybe they use like a cool English word because it sounds cool, but like it's really hard to search for on Google. You search like siblings RPG game, and you get the Coffin of Andy and Lily. You know, so like, which, I mean, I like the Coffin and Andy and Lily and everything, but it's a completely different game. You know, I'm not really upset about that. It's just like, I wish it had a different name. You know, something that's a little bit more SEO friendly. Something that I feel like developers struggle with. They never think about search engine optimization. You gotta title your game correctly and specifically enough that it'll show up on the search results, you know? Anyway, but we're going to continue this game, Amayado Bus Stop. Gonna drink some water. If you didn't already know, it's like a RPG Maker horror game from 2014. So the translation was in 2004 or 2015. And I guess I don't know if I can summarize the entire story, but basically, you know, just like a anime girl, walk around, we make friends with some other person, like another anime girl, and some spooky stuff happens, ghosts chase us, you get game overs, you know, and usually you get your head chopped off for some reason. It's a very common theme in this game. You go to your house, more, you know, ghosts chase you. Eventually you go to the school for some reason, just because your friend urged you to, you know, and then you run around in a haunted school for a little bit, and more demons and ghosts try to kill you, you know. It's like, I don't know, I feel like that's the entire plot though. It's just like random monsters try to kill you for some reason, I don't know. And you also meet up with a older girl, I think, as well. Backstory is that, you know, obviously the main character is like gets bullied a lot and everything. That seems to be a common theme as well, like the whole bullying thing. And then eventually, you know, turns out, spoilers, your best friend, or not really your best friend, you just met her like 10 minutes ago, but like, you know, you're you know, the character you've been interacting with the most betrays you. She pushes you down into a hole. You end up in like some sewer place, and then she freaking stabs you at some point, you know. And now you're playing as the older sister, and that's basically it. And I feel like we're just at the very end of the game, so I don't know if it's a very good summary, but like, you know, that's basically what happened. But let's continue. Let's finish it up, and then probably have to replay a whole bunch of stuff in order to like even get the other endings, you know. I can probably get the good ending and then the true ending, at least according to the guide anyway. I'm just looking at the guide here, very easily. But there's also a bad ending, which I don't have the requirements for, ironically. So I have to like replay a bunch of stuff in order to do that. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, let's continue. Oh yeah, there's also a bunch of puzzles. You saw a bunch of puzzles and everything. The puzzles aren't too hard, actually, for the most part. I mean, there's one part I definitely had to rely on a walkthrough for. Ironically, though, it was like a part where it wasn't like, it was referring to a part that I didn't even need to know. It just prompted me to just double check all the walls in the area, and somehow that ended up solving the puzzle. accidentally, even though I thought I checked everything. How could this be? It's dead. Oh yeah, there's this black cat, by the way, they get a very deep voice too. I don't know, and then it died. Oh well. But let's continue. We must meet the antagonist of this story. Alright. Hello? She's just standing there menacingly. Hi, what's up? Kobato? Just ... What if I stand on this? Okay, I was wondering if I just die instantly. Okay. Bye. No, I can't leave. Okay. In that case, I go this way? No. Okay. Nothing happens? Oh. Now she says something. You are Akane, if I remember right. Why are you trying so desperately to save Chitose? Huh? Well, obviously it's because she's my friend. You're Chitose's friend too, aren't you? And despite that, why would you... Friend. I have no friends. Friends are nothing more than a show of pretend in order for people to satisfy their own vanities. You know, they just add a bunch of people on Steam to have a big number. No, for example, people who I thought were friends betrayed me with cold faces and gave me sadness. Wasn't it just like the one guy? You know, when we had that flashback, there's like one guy. It's literally one guy. Which is why Chitose will definitely betray me too eventually. You're the one who betrayed Chitose. Or Chitose. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Chitose. When she was looking for you at school, her face truly looked like she was worried for you. How did she felt when she was stabbed by you despite all that? Just what is your aim? Why did you hurt Chitose? I am one who shouldn't really be in this world anymore. As I thought, the one who was said to have committed suicide in that regional newspaper 20 years ago. Oh, also, I forgot. I gotta change my categories. Not that it matters that much, but, you know, let me just do that real quick. Amayado Bus Stop. Keep forgetting. I'm gonna do that when I switch games, you know? Also should add the timestamp. When did I change? I guess, whatever. I'll just put, for now, temporary thing. And then change it later, maybe. Let's say 40. Amayado Bus Stop. There you go, just update a little description there, change the category on Twitch. Okay. Anyway, As I thought, the one who is said to have committed suicide in that regional newspaper 20 years ago. In my family, a teaching like this has been passed on from generation to generation. Kobato, listen carefully to what Mother will be telling you now. When Mother, Father, or Kobato passes away, the soul will no longer have anywhere to go. But the protective god of this region will surely guide us to the world on the other side. So if you die, Kobato, you must go visit the Takanomukuro, where the protective god is. Eh? How do you go there, you ask? It'll be alright, because Grandma's generation has made a road properly for us. If you wait at the bus stop called Amayado, it will surely come for you, Kobato. However, whatever happens, you must make sure you absolutely don't miss the bus, okay? Well, whoops, you know, because we made her miss the bus in the very beginning of the game. Because it's a rule that the bus will come for each person only once. Whoopsie daisy. If you do end up missing the bus, then in that case... So, as you waited for the bus following the teaching, you were called to by the voice of a classmate. And being surprised, ended up running away out of panic, huh? Oh yeah, I guess we kind of saw that in the newspaper. It was implied that she was the one that ran away. But how is that related to how you hurt Chitose? I have nothing more than this to tell you. Even if your goal was to kill Chitose, you've been with Chitose all this time. If so, there should have been many more chances for you to have done so. Despite that, why did you do that until now of all times? I told you, there's nothing more for me to tell you. Could it be that you actually do for Chitose? Quit it. I didn't intend to do so before, but since you've been so pestering. Been so pestering. Again, the translation kind of like goes a little bit downhill at the end here, but again, not too bad though. But you know, it's just a little weird. But since you've been so annoying, I'll kill you too. Just you try. I'll be the one who will force you to spit out what your aim is. Uh oh, huh? Ooh, can I run away? No. Ooh. Oh, okay. Huh? Ooh. You know, why don't we just talk about this? You know, what if we just, I use talk no jutsu. Ow. Ow. I'm dead. Okay. A few days later, Chitose, still talking about Chitose, or Chitose. Chitose. How do you pronounce that? Chitose. Hold on. Chitose. Pronunciation.
Chitos.
Chitos, you know, in America. According to America, it's just Chitos.
Chitos.
That's not right. Chitose. Chitose. Chitose? Chitose. I don't know. Oh, whatever. I don't know. I feel like I gotta put it in Japanese, obviously, but like, I don't know how you would put that in Japanese. The name specifically. It would be like kanji, so. Anyway. Try that again. I was hoping for like a unique game over though. But now we just get a little generic game over screen. Even it just says Chitose. It doesn't even say Akane died. You know, it just says Chitose. Okay, skip. Alright. I gotta do this all over again. Whoa. I don't think I can even use the water bottle. You know, the water bottle allows you to save whenever you want, manually. But the game also says you can't do it while you're being chased, so... Anyway, so I guess we need to do somehow... Oop, oh, okay. How do I imagine I need to... trick her into getting into the... Ooh, okay. Oh, there you go. Uh-oh. I gotta spike trap her, you know? Somehow. Oh, damn it. I thought we were going left. Oh, what really? Oh, come on. Freaking... dashed. Renshuu. There you go. You know, sometimes, yeah, I noticed that she runs away, runs to you really quickly. I thought it only happens when you get closer to the switch, but I guess it just happens randomly in general. Ow! God damn it! I'm gonna die. Oh, really? Oh, come on! I'll do this all over again. God damn it! Was it random I run there? Because it seems like she moves a little bit slowly and then goes fast and then moves a little slowly and it moves fast. I thought it was like in regular intervals, but sometimes she just goes fast anyway. Maybe it's because it is triggered by like you going near the switch. I don't know. You know, I like the blueberry lemonade better. You know, referring to my water. As opposed to the cranberry flavor. Boo 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 boo. Kind of a janky boss fight, by the way. But oh well. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. She's just killing me. I'm trying to bait the fast dash before I start moving, but like it just... Okay, and then go here. Go right, please. Oh, come on. It's hard to set it up. Oh, there you go. Do it again. Oh, okay, okay. Come on, just go on a spike thing. Just go on the very... Oh, what? I don't know. Maybe I should have moved. I didn't want to be stuck in the corner, right? As she went down. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to do this like again for next time as well. I'm trying to get the other ending. Again, I have to look at my other saves. See, this is why I told you. This is why I wanted like 100 save slots. 16 save slots is not enough because then I have to reload to one of my earlier saves, and if it's like the earliest save I might have, if it's not one with less than 8 heart fragments, then I'm not gonna get the bad ending, which I want actually. You know, for some people they just want, oh, I want to avoid the bad ending. I don't want to get the bad ending, you know, whatever. But I'm like, I'm built different, okay? I want to get all the endings. I want to see all the possibilities in the multiverse, okay? I'm not satisfied with just seeing just the good ending. I gotta see the bad ending and then the good ending, you know? That's how that works, okay? I'm the type of person that like, I was gonna say that I'm the type of person that likes to... like when I'm eating something, I guess, I like to eat all my vegetables first, because I don't like vegetables that much. I mean, they're okay, I mean, depending on how it's cooked, I guess, but like, you know, I eat the less delicious stuff first, and then I save the best for last, you know? That's always how I do things. I don't know if it's just me, but like, I always do that, you know? It's like, what's it called? Delayed gratification or something? Oh, I'm a big fan of saving the best thing for last, you know? That's how I do things. Kabato says, now, let's have you talk, because I defeated you by flipping a switch, you know, in the correct timing. About why you hurt Chitose. Chitose is my bus ticket for that time I missed the bus. Chitose is a bus ticket for that time you missed the bus. What are you saying now? This is for Chitose. Or take it. Why are you... Let's play a game. What are you, what's that guy from... like a series of movies? Who wears a mask? And he says like, let's play a game, you know? And then you do like a torture game or something. What's it called? I forget. You know, Saw, right. Thanks. The Saw guy. I'll be the Oni, and Akane will be the one to run. In games of tag, the Oni's the one, who is it? You know, what is that little square bracket? Is that the translator's note? You know, TL note. I'll be the Oni, Akane will be the one to run. I mean, I feel like we didn't need that translator's note, because that seems pretty obvious to me, but anyway. If I catch up, this time Chitose will go to the other word for sure. How about it? If I give it all in running away, I won't ever be caught by a brat like you. I guess so. But what about Chitose, who's hurt? Or, what about Chitose who's hurt, rather, like she's hurt right now? Even if I am to hold on to Chitose, I'll still easily be able to get away from the likes of you. A self-confident one, aren't you? Well, that's the spirit. Then, while I wait for a while, you go run away fast to somewhere far away. That's what I'm hoping. I will absolutely not let Chitose die. Teleport. Anyway, can I like run all the way back to the vending machine so that I can save, so if I die again I don't have to do this all over again? That'd be great. Yeah, file 11 is my earliest save. I don't want to like overwrite that though. Okay, we'll just save there. And like, do that, you know, just, you know, you don't want any spikes. You don't want to trip on any spikes, you know. Oh, I was gonna say like you have to do that anyway, maybe, because otherwise you're gonna be able to walk this way. Oh, Chitose's not here. In a condition like that, just where the heck was she? It's a lot of blood. already read that. Unless, oh wait, did we read this book yet? Oh, did Chitose read this? The World of Afterlife, 3rd volume. As a result of the research into the customs of each region, it is now known there is a custom like as follows. It is a custom where someone who loses a family member offers a person of the same sex and age in front of the grave of the one who died. Okay. The details of this custom are not clear, but it is thought to be a way to allow the deceased to go to peace. It is not certain whether they are simply forced to go along, or if it is a role of sacrifice that they have vowed to fulfill. Oh, is that why? I wonder, yeah, that was why, what's her face? Kobato-chan asked Chitose whether or not you would sacrifice your life for a friend or something, you know, and then she said no. So, like, I don't know. I guess in reference to that, apparently specifically, you have to sacrifice someone of the same age and gender as you, I guess, somehow. Oh, Akane's little sister. Big sis. Why are you here? It's because you guys didn't come back for a long time, Big sis, so I got worried. And then as I walk around the school, I fell down a hole in the music room. Coincidentally. I see. Sorry for making you worried. Just recently, I ended up losing sight of Chitose. I was just about to try to climb this rope. This might be an exit, and this is just the right timing, so come along with me. Yeah, okay. Even though you're a generic NPC, that doesn't matter. You're just a shadow NPC. You're not even in my party. You don't have like a face or anything. You don't count. You're not real. Okay, fine. Let's just go. I wanted to like see if there's a... I don't know if I need to save. The outside? Do you think that Chitose would actually go outside? A car. A car. Metal Gear. Akane's father. You two. So you were in a place like this, huh? Father, why are you here? When I tried to go to school to look for you two, it turned out that the school's door wouldn't open. When I gave up and drove around the roads near the school, I found you guys. I see. Thanks for being of help, Father. Thanks for being of help. That was kind of stiff and formal. So then, excuse me, but I'll leave her to you. Akane, what about you? As for me, there's one more person I simply must protect. Could that person be a boyfriend? That's not it. It's a girlfriend. No, you know I don't have one, right? I was joking. I don't really understand, but looking at your eyes tells me that you're serious. So if you vow to protect, then go and protect that person. That's the Akane family motto. I say it's a background NPC of no face. Yes. Then I'll be going, since I'll be asking you about everything at home. Wait. Before that, there's something I need to tell Big Sis. In truth, I bullied Furusato at school before. What's that you say? My friends bullied Furusato-san, and I went along with them. I thought I'd be bullied if I didn't go along. Even though Furusato-san's such a good kid, I'm truly sorry. What's the point of apologizing to me? Eh? Next time when you see Chitose again, go apologize to Chitose directly. And when I say apologize, I don't mean just words. You must properly show it in your actions. Actions? Metal Gear. Again, I was just thinking like Metal Gear Solid. Now someone just repeats the same words with a question mark. If Chitose ever gets bullied by someone else, you are to protect you are to protect her. If you get bullied by someone by doing that, I'll knock him out. And the cycle of violence never ends. Because, then another bully comes up. The level 10 bully. And the level 20 bully. Big sis. Okay, I promise. I swear, I think there was like a manhwa like that. It was a Korean manhwa. And like this weird school drama. And like there's like a whole bully story, right? But then the main character learns to fight. And so they fight the bully. But then the bully, runs away and then gets their like big brother to come in, and then the big brother beats him up, and then he needs to get stronger, so he beats up the big brother bully, but then the big brother bully belongs to a bigger gang, and then has connections to the Yakuza, and it never ends. The cycle of revenge. Such a loss. Anyway. I don't know. I can't remember how the manhwa ended, or even if it did ended, but I just thought it was kind of dumb, because like it just kept going. It's just kind of silly. Anyway, alright, since it's absolute, if you understand, then go back home for today and rest. Since I, your big sis, you know, again, big sis. I mean, obviously in Japanese it would be like, you know, one-san or whatever. Or ane-san or something. Well, anyway. We'll also soon be back home afterwards. That's weird. Like, we'll also be home. I don't know. In the beginning, Akane was very, her language is very rough, right? But now she's using very formal language. It's kind of weird why she's talking like that. You know, especially to her own family members. I feel like that doesn't make any sense. I feel like the translation there is a little bit weird. I don't know. The translator just kind of gave up here. Again, it's not bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just it could be better, you know? Anyway. Yes, be careful, okay? Because I feel like for her character, she would speak more casually. Instead of like, I will be home soon, you know? Like, it should be like, I'll be home soon, you know? Like, contractions. Because that's usually how you show, you know... In English, anyway, contractions is how you, like, make something a little bit more casual. As opposed to, like, spelling out everything, you know? So then, let's go, I guess. Where do I go now? It's funny, because I also... Because I did read, I mean, it says right here. Apparently... I guess this is what it was about. It says here, if anyone feels like there's something weird about the scenes at the end of Akane's little sister, it's because they're only added in recent version. Akane's little sister was completely forgotten about in the earlier version, which is quite funny. So maybe that's what it was. Because I wasn't sure what that meant. Because I didn't read this. It says spoilers, but like, I don't know. It's not that much of a spoiler. I was wondering what that meant. So maybe that's why. Maybe they like just kind of added it at the end. Maybe that's why it felt weird. Because yeah, the language didn't really fit her character that much, in my opinion. I don't know why it would stop you from like changing it though. I guess again, I don't know. Maybe translator was just kind of like, I don't want to do this. You know, it's like just kind of like translate it like literally instead of like trying to add any kind of flair or style to it. Anyway, here's what's her face? I already forgot the main character. Chitose, right? I mean, her name keeps popping up. Chitose. Let me save here. There's actually 2 vending machines. What's the difference? You know, she's lying on the road. I mean, wait a minute. What about the car? Where did the car come from? Did the car run her over? You know, that's what I was wondering. Wait a minute. Didn't the car like drive away? Did it not see like a dead body on the road, or like did it just drive her over? I don't. What happened there? Anyway. Chitose, are you alright? First aid kit. Applied emergency treatment to the wound. HP healing. Up by 10%. Chitose, please wake up. I feel like, yeah, maybe I keep saying Chitose, like Chitose, maybe, Chitose, please wake up. Hey, something fell from the roof. This person was definitely that one from the neighboring class. No way, could this possibly be a suicide? Epic, let's post it on TikTok. No, anyway. Again, that's what I assume most children are like. They're all psychopathic. They're like, dead bodies, lol, lol. Well, she looks all messed up, hell nasty. Radical, dude. Dude, does this person seem like she's making breathing noises? Are you serious? This person's still alive. What do we do? Perhaps it's best to call for an ambulance? But even if she was saved from this kind of condition, don't you think it'd be somewhat pitiful? Let's just go back home and pretend we didn't see this. That's right. Someone else will surely call for an ambulance. Yeah, whatever. See you later. I mean, that's true. There's something called a bystander effect, I guess, but that doesn't make any sense. I feel like a bystander effect only applies if everyone's a stranger, I feel like. If everyone knows each other, and it's like, what should we do? Can we call 911? Nah. Someone else will do it, you know? Not one of us, you know? Even though this entire group, you know, no one's doing it. So anyway, let's go on, bye. It's like, what do you mean? That's not how the bystander effect works. It works because, like, usually, you know, when someone's hurt, in a big crowd and everyone doesn't really know what's going on. They're panicking and, you know, they're like, someone called the ambulance, you know, and then nobody does it because they think, oh, someone else will do it. Because no one's communicating, right? No one's coordinating anything. But like, if these people are like, if these kids are talking to each other, you know, you should really assign someone to do it. What do you mean ignore her? What are we talking about? You know, you should, I mean, again, I don't know, maybe I'm overly analyzing this, but like, even if she's dead, you should still call the 911. What are you talking about? Even if she's a corpse, you call 911. What are you gonna do? It's like there's a dead body there, but you know, you're supposed to tell someone. What is? I don't know. Is this normal in Japan? It's like, oh, it's a dead body. Whatever. I'm just gonna like walk out elsewhere. Who cares? Anyway. I don't know. Again, maybe in the context of the story, though, they're like children, so like maybe that's the case. Maybe they're just children. Like, someone a grown-up will handle it. You know, they're psychic, right? Anyway, apparently it hurts. It hurts. It's painful. Someone help! Body's getting colder and colder. I was gonna leave the body in the rain. Who cares? Isn't there like a law like that? I swear there's a law where like if you don't report someone dying, you know, you get in trouble because it's called neglect or something like that, because you're not doing your due diligence as a citizen of the country. I feel like maybe, I'm not sure. Kane-san, Chitose, could it be that I did something really terrible to Kobato? Maybe. What are you saying now? If someone had something terrible done to them, that'd be you, wouldn't it? I got in her way when Kobato was about to get on the bus earlier. Bus? Bus where? The bus stop at the road ahead. The one called Amayado. Amayado. That one was already out of service when we were born. I think Kobato-chan had something or somewhere to go by riding on that bus. Somewhere to go? But that person? I didn't see anything, but Kobato-chan was trying to get on the bus. And then I jumped into the row and stopped her out of panic, saying that it was dangerous. In truth, I did see that person Kobato just a while ago. Or I did see that person just Kobato, or it's confusing. But I guess I also saw that flashback, basically. Or maybe not, or maybe something else. Or maybe she meant something else, I don't know. At that time, she told me this. I don't know, I guess she means, okay, I think she meant like, to tell you the truth, I did talk to her, you know, earlier, I guess is what she meant. But that's all. For Kobato-chan, 20 years ago. The bus only comes once for each person, right? Then at that time, why did Kobato-chan at that bus stop? In any case, it's not as if you got in her way as Kobato was trying to go to Takanomukuro. But she said, okay, that person, I feel like it's a weird translation. I mean, yeah, probably in Japanese, like Aitsuwa, or something like that, maybe. Well, like, it should really just be like, but she did, you know, in English, you just say she, or, you know, something like that. Or you're trying to avoid pronouns, maybe, because sometimes, you know, I feel like you should use that person, like that person, if you're trying to, like, not spoil it, I guess, you know? See, this is why, like, writing is important to cultivate as a skill, even as a translator. So, you know, sometimes the context matters, and like sometimes you don't want to use pronouns if you're trying to keep it a secret, but that in itself is like intentional, right? But anyway, but she did say something nonsensical, like Chitose was her bus ticket. I'm a bus ticket? You know, watashi wa basu ticket. And so that person will soon come chasing after you again. Again, that person. And so she'll soon come chasing after you again to take your life. For now, at least, let's go to the nearby convenience store and take shelter there. Don't worry, because I'll definitely save you. Okay. Is she in my party now? In my party! La 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 la. Mitsuke, what's it called? Mitsuke? Found you. Oh no, this feeling. If we don't hurry, that person will come. Or, you know, she'll like destroy us, she'll kill us. Anyway, I just wanna see what happens. Did we just game over again? Oh, no. Something else. Lava! Welcome to Minecraft. You know, they dug too deep. There's like lava everywhere. Huh? What is this place? Chitose! Hey, what are you trying to do to Chitose? Return Chitose over here right now! Just dump her in the lava. Chitose! Snake! Snake! She's horribly disfigured, you know? You don't say. More like roasted. You know, burnt to a crisp. Now I feel like it, well, in real life, lava is like, it's not just like a orange jelly, I guess, you know? It's not just soup. Like the moment you get even near, a little bit near lava, you just burn. Like you instantly burn from the atmosphere. So like, you know, you don't just simply splash into lava, necessarily. It's actually just pure fire. Anyway. Alright. Let's run properly now. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Remember... Oh, there's a thing on the left, right? Oh. That's funny. I guess... Dun 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 dun. I guess we just follow the dandelions, I guess? Is that what it's called? Yellow flowers? Also, the freaking game's blinding me. I mean, that is effective use of screen effects, I guess. It does affect gameplay. It's kinda... Oh, what? Oh, come on! I just loaded, you know? Imagine you go through a loading screen and suddenly you die because you didn't go fast enough. You didn't like react fast enough to the screen transitioning. How's that fair? Gotta do it again. Again, I have to do all this again, you know, just to get the bad ending. I mean, I do have, I mean, you know, assuming I have time, I probably have another game to play, but maybe not, you know, because there's so much to go through actually still. It seems like anyway. Oh, up. Left. Down. My RPG Maker skills. My many years of experience playing RPG Maker games will get me past this, maybe. Okay, I go immediately. Go left immediately. Not even wait for the loading screen. Oh, keep going, keep going. Do I keep going? I don't know. Very tall, by the way. I go inside the house. Somehow, that will help me, maybe. Uh-oh. I used the fan. Damn it! I don't know where to go! I guess maybe go to the back door. I had to go with the back door instead. Oh, come on. I don't remember how to get through the back door. How do you go to the back door again? I don't remember the layout of that house. I guess I go through... Okay, I go through... I think I go through the middle door. And then you go through the kitchen, right? Possibly. Alright. Go, 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 go. Go this way, go that way. Go this way. I'm assuming, again, you're supposed to follow the yellow flowers. I imagine if you don't, you instantly die. Oh, don't get stuck. Oh, do not get stuck, please. This whole section takes a while, I feel like, by the way. I would not like to repeat this again. And I keep going, hold the button. It's kind of like Resident Evil or whatever, you know? Like the first Resident Evil, where you gotta like... make sure you keep holding the button down, you're moving a particular direction, the camera angle changes. This is like kind of annoying. Oh, no. Please. Please, no. Please, no. Let me just open the door real quick. Nope. 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 She's not chasing us anymore. Chitose, please endure just a little more. Chitose? She's not breathing. Chitose, please don't die. Welcome, to the other dimension. This place. Have I died? I do have some bodily sensations, but I can't let out my voice at all. I don't know, I guess we're just over here now. Just who are you again? That flower decoration, you actually think it's cute? You ugly kid. Hey, could you please not talk to me? There's no way you'll ever make any friends for your whole life, you plain looking kid. I don't know what kind of voices I'm making. What? You're being bullied by classmates? You're so funny. You're so funny. All my pupils are kind-hearted students. Other than you, who treat such kind-hearted kids as bullies. You stupid idiot. Dummy. Baka. Anyway. Oh, okay. Are there any more puzzles or something like that? Hello. I really hate people like you who pretend to be all nice and good. It'd be best if you stay like this and don't wake up for the rest of your life. Okay. Okay, fake Akane that doesn't actually exist and just projecting my own insecurities towards. Even though I need to ride on that bus, I would never forgive you. You should just die, Chitose. Shine. You should just die in Minecraft, Chitose. I destroy glass. I get many years bad luck. Even if I were to live from here on, I'll never be liked by anyone. I'm not gonna get enough followers on social media. Now, if I'm just gonna go on, if I'm just going to go on a life like this, I'd rather just die here, maybe. That'll be for the best. If you were to just die, Chitose, it'll all end without causing too much trouble for anyone. Hurry up and just jump off of here, do a flip. Because nobody would ever pay attention to someone like you anyways, and I gotta take a picture of you dying so that I get more followers on social media. I don't know how it always ties back to social media for some reason. That's right. Farewell. This short, empty world of mine. I was trying to think, was there like, I can't remember. I swear, I played like another RPG Maker games, like again, all about like killing yourself in Minecraft. What was it? I can't remember. I mean, there was the game I played last week, but that was different. But anyway. Also, the game I played last week had, the audio was broken, and, so it's unlisted. Oh, never mind. What kind of stupid thing are you doing here, Chitose? Absolutely never allow you to die in a place like this, in this random, what's this called, like, mode 7 background, scrolling. Like, this is not a cool way to die. You should pick a cooler place to die, I guess. Why? Akane-san should hate people who pretend to be all good and... Quiet already. Just listen and absolutely don't let go of my hand. Don't get in my way. Just go and die now. Punch. Punch. Uru, 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 uru. You rather want people like this to just die. That's how you truly feel. Shut up. Certainly, this person's way too soft-hearted. I was disgusted at first seeing her like that. After getting to know her, I understood. This person's kindness is genuine. That's why I really like Chitose. I want to always protect her from here on. You guys just bug out of here from this world, Chitose. So, but again, by the way, it's funny. The game kind of alluded to this, but like, they only know each other like for 10 minutes. I feel like, they didn't really know each other until today. But I guess it's a very common trope in every kind of like freaking story game. Suddenly they're just besties after like one adventure. Akane-san, Okay, now all the intrusions are gone. I'm pulling you up. Or intrusions. Akane-san, thank you. I was about to give myself up and throw my own life away. It's fine. It's understandable. I mean, in this economy? No, this place is probably your mental world, and somehow I went into your mental. How's that work? Everyone has psychic powers. Simply by being here, it feels like I've touched on your life. You experienced hard times all until now, Chitose. Compared to Kabato's, my own suffering's all... Even so, it's mysterious. Chitose, you seem to have a power to synchronize your life with others. Eh? What's that? The convenient, power that you happen to have at the end of the game. That's just as if I were a character in a manga or RPG Maker horror game. It seems like you're so kind and caring with others that you're able to do even that. What's that called? Being an empath, I think is what it's called. In any case, the Chitose in the real world is still badly wounded. We're soon going to arrive at the convenience store, but will you be able to endure it until then? Or endure it until then? Yes, if it's together with you, Akane-san. Okay then, let's go back together. Again, we happen to have a supernatural inner world experience somehow. How's that? When you come back, this truly is mysterious. I mean, I guess we've been being chased by demons and ghosts and whatever. I say demons, I don't know, it's not demons, but when I say ghosts, it's not as cool. Because when I think ghosts, I think of Casper the Friendly Ghost, the one you get sucked up by Luigi's vacuum in his game. It's it's not scary. Demons, though, are more scary to me. I don't know. At least relatively, anyway. What a relief. It seems like Chitose is breathing again, too. I'm your friend, since I'll definitely save you. Okay. Tomodachi. Also, random NPC over here. Number of steps. I've walked 13,000 steps. Amazing. Can I walk past you? Can I save the game, though? Can I save the game? Alright. Not you. You went on ahead to wait for us, huh? Then what the heck was that shadow that was chasing us until now? That is my shadow, and not me myself. I am the shadow, the true self. Persona. It is the being that was made from the splitting off of all the negative emotions from my heart. Splitting off all the negative emotions? It looks like the you that's here right now is already quite twisted enough. I split off my negative emotions from myself in order to spend a long, long time without emotion. So that I don't keep on getting hurt, comforted and hurt again over and over. And so, just like how I split off my negative emotions, in the same way I split off my positive emotions too. In other words, the me that's here now doesn't have any emotion remaining. I'm very kudere. Kudere. Was it kudere? It's dandere. That's being shy. But anyway, it's the different tropes of dere. Now, I'm tired of you two already. I'll make things easy for you right now. So we're done for, huh?
The heart fragments in Chitose's possession suddenly shined.
What? Those strange fragments that we ran around and getting randomly for no reason, interacting with random objects in the world that Chitose was holding on to. This is... Look over here. Ah yes. Who was it again? The neighboring classes... She's being bullied, isn't she? How pitiful. But she deserves it, doesn't she? After all, she's so gloomy.
Magic.
You're alright now. From here on, you will not feel sad or cry. You will not feel happy or smile. All you need to do is just wait for a long while for the time to come, all alone without feeling anything, until a girl of the same age as you appears before you. And then if you can kill that child with your own hands, that bus should come once again. Do you know this person? No, not all. What is it? No, it's just that... I'm sorry. We're in a hurry, so if there's no business you have with us, we'll be going now. There's no way I could do it. To a girl of the same age who hasn't done any wrong. Then you can just go kill one that's done something wrong. One that has done something wrong. That classmate that called to me that day when I was about to get on the bus. It was that person who I saved from being bullied, but abandoned me, wasn't it? If that person didn't call out to me, I would have already rode on that bus by now. But several years have already passed since then. Okay, so this isn't like related to Chitose, that's someone else. Since only I have an age, everyone in my class is already. Then you can just pretend to ride on the bus and get interrupted by someone. You can just remake the events of that day and kill that child. Okay, is that what it is? Again, it's a little contrived, but like you have to pretend that they messed it up all for you and then kill them because you know, fabricated the entire events to make it seem that you need to get revenge, but really you didn't really need to because you're just pretending. What? Huh? What do you mean? That made any sense. But it'll be fine. First, let's start by hating someone. So, you know, the bus that she tried to get on wasn't even the real bus. It was just pretend bus. So, like, at the end of the day, Chitose didn't do anything wrong. You know, it's like, Chitose didn't do anything wrong, you know? Or whatever. You know that meme where it's like Adachi or whatever in Persona? It's like Adachi didn't do anything wrong or something like that? Like, at least that's what I think of when I think of the meme. Like, you know, didn't, like, something, like, someone, like a villain didn't do anything wrong. Anyway. What have I been doing to Chitose? Huh? Question mark? Something seems strange about you. What was that light just now? What Chitose had were the heart fragments that I threw away. Oh, okay, so that's what it was? Literal heart fragments? Heart fragments. The positive part of my emotion that I talked to you about just before. I thought I already threw them away, but Chitose gathered them for me. Oh no, it caught up to us! My negative emotions. You two now return inside me. That monster inside Kobato's body. Even if one misses the bus, there's a way to call the bus one more time. It is to take away the life of someone of the same sex and age with one's own hand. You know, it's like very specific requirements, I guess. Same sex and age. It has to be sex, by the way. It has to be biological sex, not gender. Anyway. I see. So that's why, regarding Chitose, you were trying to. But relax. Will no longer bring any more harm to Chitose. Would it be okay to believe you? Yes. I was mistaken about everything. Hey, Akane, can I leave Chitose to you? I was going to do so even if you didn't ask. I will definitely save Chitose. I'll forget for you? I'll forget for you what you've done to Chitose, so just be gone from here now. And then don't ever show yourself in front of Chitose again, you understand? Understood. Then take care of Chitose, okay? Teleport. You can just do that, I guess. As I embraced Chitose, I took her right to the convenience store and called for the ambulance right away. You know, we had to go to the conveni specifically. Her wound miraculously missed her vital spots, so fortunately her life was not in danger. I spoke honestly about what happened this night to the police, but they didn't believe me. You know, I was like, what are you talking about? You have to run around, you have to do some kind of weird puzzle where you're gonna match the rooms to like another room, you know? Like, what the heck are you talking about? Are you on drugs? Even to me, it feels dubious whether the things that happened that night were actually real or not. Since then, our daily lives have started up again, and 3 months have passed since then. The final station of the bus route of the one that went to Amayado 20 years ago. As I thought, it really is Takanomukuro. Chitose! Your friend Tachibana said she has something to talk about with you. Has come from town. Kane-san. And also, to think that you're actually sneaking to school and get hurt on a day when mother happened to arrive home late. But somehow, if you were leave, you shouldn't do any more reckless things from now on. In any case, it isn't good to make your friend wait, so come down quickly. Okay, thank you. off-screen mother that has no personality and no like art or anything. You're just another unimportant background NPC. Yo, it's been a while, Chitose. Has your wound healed by now? Yes, thanks to you. It's healed perfectly like this. It's thanks to how you desperately carried me there that day, Akane-san. Now, for a moment, I wondered about how it turned out, but great that you seem fine and alright. By the way, Akane-san, I was told you had something to talk about with me. No, it's just that I thought it'd be reasonable to also tell you, Chitose, what Kobato told me afterwards. Fade to black, I guess I just repeat everything. That can't be. Then the reason why she said I was a bus ticket. It seems that by taking away the life of someone of the same sex and age, the bus to Takanamukuro comes once again. Which is why she was trying to kill you, Chitose, as you were of the same age, in order to call for the bus once again. You're not possibly thinking anything strange, right? Eh? Certainly that person's pitiful, but what she tried to do was the worst. Saite. To do such a thing as take away the life of you, who hasn't done anything wrong, so that she'd be able to go in peace. Or to be at peace. But where she is and what she's doing now, I told her never to show herself in front of you again. But if she'll stay like this forever, unable to be at peace, she won't be able to be at peace forever. No, that's why I said it's nothing for you to worry over. Kobato-chan. Again, this feeling. Hey, Susanaro-san, do you have a little spare time now? Yes, okay, but... Actually, this kid here wants to be friends with Susanaro-san. She told me. Eh? With me? Oh yes, is that not okay perhaps? No, it's okay. I haven't had friends before now, so I'm really happy about it. Hooray, she says she'll be a friend. Then, Susanaro-san, let's get along for the day, okay? Yeah, 1,000 yen! Getto! Ha, this seriously is the worst. I thought she definitely rejected. It's a big loss for me. Now, more importantly for you, what will you do from now on? That person is truly misunderstood, and I think she really became friends with you. What an idiot! You go up to someone, be like, let's be friends, and they say yes? Stupid! Who would do that? Crazy! I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, about that. That ugly one will definitely come following me after me every day from now on. Can't imagine. That person really was overjoyed about it after, wasn't she? That'd be really depressing going to school from tomorrow onwards. Then you could just make her not go to school. Eh? How? I have a good idea. Could you lend me your ear? Susan Arson, will you be taking time off at gym today again? Yes, I was born physically weak. But I'd like to take gym with you together, Susan Arson. But that'd be... Hey, it'd definitely be fun. Try doing a forward somersault on that mat over there. Susan Arson, we're friends, right? Aren't you gonna listen to what your friends say? Okay, I'll try doing it. Everyone, come look here! Right now, the non-athletic Susan Arson will be performing a forward somersault in front of everyone! Seriously, isn't that person able to do any exercise? In fact, take a look, she's really shaking. Blech. How uncool. Just now she dived straight into the mat, just like that. In fact, isn't that person hitting her in class? Shouldn't get in the way of people like us who take this more seriously. Okay. What do you mean? Again, I feel like the gender roles are incorrect here. If she was a boy, everyone would laugh. But if she's a girl, everyone would think it's just cute. It doesn't make any sense. Like, women are not expected to be athletic. This is wrong. I'm a sociology major. I know the social norms. No, anyway, maybe it's different in Japan. I don't know. I feel like Japan is even more strict. The gender roles are even more strict. Anyway. That's right. Right now the teacher isn't looking, so let's go lock her up in the gym storage room. Let's just lock her up. Let's commit a federal crime, I guess. Or is that a federal crime? I'm not sure. I think it's some kind of crime, right? I swear. It's human rights or whatever. One of the human rights is the freedom of movement, I guess, or mobility or whatever. So if you lock someone up, that's an actual crime, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. And that's a real bright idea. Hey, someone hold it from the other side. Eh? Stop it. I'm sorry, I won't do it anymore. Pew! Bye, Suzanai. It'd be great someone to find you. Lol. LOL. I'm gonna post this on TikTok. We locked up a person and let them starve to death. It'll be funny. I'll get all of the followers. I love killing people, I guess. I'm 12 years old. I don't know. Someone let me out. Someone help me. That's right. There's no way anyone would become friends with me. Even though I'm just an anime girl with perfect skin. And like, I don't know why I'm just being called... Again, it's a trope, I feel like, where like a character is called ugly, even though they're just drawn as a typical like art style that isn't ugly at all, you know? Like, you gotta convince me that the character is ugly, okay? Like, in an anime art style, you gotta make them have a giant nose. Only because, you know, I mean, everyone has big noses in real life, but like in anime, you don't have noses, right? So you have a giant nose, you know? And just make it all very uncanny, you know? You have very small eyes. Anyway, I will be all alone from here on, always, forevermore. No. Kabato-chan. Okay, this is an important decision, by the way, which I got a little bit spoiled on, but I think basically these are the two branches of the different endings. And I think I probably want to get this ending first, so let's say. Kabato-chan is my precious friend. Chitose? I'm sorry, Akane-san. I need to get going. Chitose? That girl, could she possibly... Damn it, I stubbed my toe? I don't know what she do. Why does it have to be now of all times that the wound I got from Kabato's shadow that day? Okay. It just sounded like she stubbed her toe. Today again it rains. Oh, I can move. I go home. Actually, I changed my mind. Okay, never mind. Chitose. I'm sorry. I made a promise to Akane, but I just wanted to apologize to you once, Chitose. I don't think I'll be forgiven, but even then no, it's fine now. Eh? I've already forgotten about it. You know, no big deal. You stabbed me in the stomach and all that. Whatever. I don't remember anything now. Or I guess she meant like probably I don't even remember it anyway. You know, probably. I don't even remember it. Even if I do say so myself, Chitose, you really are too soft-hearted. Or soft-hearted. I feel like soft-hearted is a weird word to use in English. This doesn't really roll off the tongue. I feel like it'd be like you're too naive, I guess, you know? I feel like that would fit better. Or you're too kind, I guess, or something like that. I do get told that a lot. Hey, Kabato-chan, would it be alright to sit by your side? Yes. It feels like somehow, the first time I saw you, Kabato-chan, it didn't feel like you were a stranger, did it? Is that so? Yes, a feeling as if we were friends ever since a long time ago. In truth, for me, it also felt like that. Like, as if when I talk to you, I mysteriously get some kind of warm feeling. Really? What a relief. I thought it felt like that only for me. Hey, Kabato-chan. What? Let's get along and be friends from here on, like always. But Akane told me not to show myself in front of you, Chitose. All those bad feelings are gone from you now, Kabato-chan. Surely Akane-san too understands that in the bottom of her heart. Or, okay, I don't know, again, English is just weird, but like, I guess, yeah, surely Akane-san also understands that, you know, in the bottom of her heart. And so, how about let's go live together from here on? Go live together? Like, you can invite her to her house? I mean, you know, they literally... Like, again, apparently she's a ghost, but, like, apparently she also has a physical presence. She can, like, just hang out and play video games, you know? Like, it doesn't seem so bad, actually, to be, like, undead soul. You know, you're, like, internally immortal. You also have superpowers, you know? If you get particularly angry, you could summon, like, a 10 feet tall version of your negative emotions to kill people. Like, I don't know, it's like a JoJo stand. I think it doesn't seem so bad. Would it really be fine to be your friend, Chitose? Yes, of course. The rain stopped. Understood. I will absolutely no longer betray my friends. And so, best regards from here on, okay? Yes. Chitose. As I thought, you really did go to see Kobato. Akane-san. Sorry, Akane-san. In the end, I can't just leave Kobato-chan all alone. Chitose, come here, little. Okay. You understand, right? That Kobato is someone who's already dead. Mo shindiyaru. Even if you can touch or talk to her, she won't age and doesn't have the warmth of a human. Doesn't seem like a problem to me. Like an android, you know, it's like a Hatsune Miku. It's like the same thing. Basically the same thing. Like there's no downside. If anything, is a benefit. But you, Chitose, will become an adult and go whack. I was trying to say walk, but I read path. Anyway, go walk the path of your own life. To live together with Kobato will be to sacrifice that life. Surely you'll eventually be able to bear with it, that you're separate from Kobato one day. If it'll result in something sad like that, then perhaps it'd be better from the start. Well, say that to every pet owner ever, you know, or at least a good pet owner anyway, that actually cares about their pet. I won't separate from her. Eh? I'll never leave Kobato-chan all alone anymore. I've decided that. So that'll be my life from here on. This is what I've decided, you know? I guess, what's the thing? Like Ferin? You know, I always want to say Feririn, but it's actually Ferin. Kind of like Ferin, you know? Like the elf girl. Or whatever. Is that like a particular trope for that? You know, like a person, usually in fantasy, where it's like a relationship between two people, and it's like one is like very, you know, either immortal or very long lived. You know, that kind of trope, basically. Now I've decided. It seems like whatever I say, I won't be able to persuade you. But now you know that living together means living together in your house, right? How's she gonna pay rent? How are you planning on explaining that to your parents? That's right. What do I do? There you go. Always just so soft-hearted and not thinking ahead about things. How do you know that? We barely met yesterday, you know, or maybe I don't know. It's been a few days actually, but you know, we barely know each other for like a day. You know, how do you know that we've always been like that? Anyway, I guess you really are the one who can't be helped. Being together with this person is starting to make me all weird too. Akane-san. Hey, Kobato. What? You, starting from today, come to my home. Eh? Hey, Akane-san, what's this supposed to be about? Just last month, I left my family's house and started living on my own. It's an apartment, so it's not very spacious, but it shouldn't be a problem if only one more person is added. Until you become independent and are able to take Kobato in, Chitose, I'll leave Kobato in my home. I'm going to NTR you. Yuri NTR. No, anyway. Or maybe it's, you know, maybe it's Polly. Anyway, maybe I shouldn't say this about, like, aren't they like 12 years old? Anyway, is that really alright? In exchange, go take her in as soon as you can, because I have my own life too. Yes. Oh, but is Kobato-chan alright with that? Yes, I wouldn't mind that. Alright, I'll take you in as soon as I can, Kobato-chan, okay? Yes, I'll be waiting. Okay, then now that we've finished our talk, let's go and eat something delicious, the three of us together. Hey, I support this idea. Yatta! I also support it. By the way, I just suddenly started wondering about this, but Kobato, are you able to eat with that body? You're like an undead zombie? There's certainly that. I don't get hungry even if I don't eat, but I can eat. See, again, this is like, what's the downside? You don't get hungry, but you can eat even if you want to. It's like a pleasure that isn't very necessary, I guess. It's very convenient. I see. In other words, it seems like this can be done without increasing my food expenses that much. Did you say something? No, nothing really. Now you two, what do you want to eat? Today's my payday, so I can splurge, you know? Ah, before that, there's something I'd like to go. Would that be fine? I don't mind, but is it close by? Yes, it's just right over there. Since I'd like to fulfill my promise, I may have Kobato-chan first. Okay, I guess they're going stargazing is the idea, because that's what they said earlier on. Well, there you go. that is an ending. Seems like a very convenient like ending where it's like everybody's happy now. Everything's fine. You know, they're just hanging out, being friends. It becomes a slice of life anime, you know? And the hijinks of Kapato-chan, and sometimes, you know, her like dark powers sometimes shows up, but don't worry about it. By the way, what about Bully C? You know, there was like Bully A, Bully B, Bully C, right? Bully A is the little sister of Akane-san, so, you know, she's fine. We never learned about Bully B, though. I think Bully B was implied to have ran away, so I don't know what happened to her. I guess she's whatever, who cares? But didn't Bully C explode into like a pile of guts and gore? Are we not gonna mention that, by the way? No? like she died, you know, like across the street, like a bunch of blood and guts everywhere on the bus stop seat. Nobody's gonna talk about that at all, or no one's gonna clean that up. You know, it's very similar to Kapato-chan's case, where it's like, oh, you know, there's a freaking dead body there. It's like, you know, the limbs are strewn about. It's like, whatever, I don't care. It's just normal. Oh, why did they disappear, by the way? It's kind of like vanished. Is it just implied that they just went home? Oh, okay, they grew up. Okay, that's what it was. And they're still hanging out. But then they eventually pass away, though, and it's kind of sad. But, you know. She's like, again, you know, 5,000-year-old, you know, dragon girl, whatever, right? She's gonna just stay like that the whole time. Again, it's just very convenient. You know, eternal youth. You know, you don't really die easily because you're already dead, technically. Like, I feel like this is no downside. You know, like, why is she the only one that can do that? Is there anyone who like jumps off the school, you know, get turned that? Probably not. I don't know. I feel like it's implied that in her generation, you know, she comes from like the old, like, you know, family generation that like worship the specific hawk god, I guess. But what was the hawk bird thing about as well? We never explained that either. Like, it's implied to be like one of the old gods of this area, right? And then just kind of went away. Also attacked some bullies, I think, at one time. But then, you know, we never see it again, so it's just kind of weird. Anyway. Whatever. Anyway, now they just hang out forever. Okay, well, there you go. So I guess, yeah, that's the happy ending. And, well, I'm not satisfied because there's actually 2 more endings to get. I like to get the bad ending first, though. I don't want to get the true ending. The true ending, I mean, I don't know what's going to look like. I guess we'll see. But I believe, you know, having all 12 fragments also unlocks a kind of like an epilogue as well, I think. If I had to guess. So I want to save it for last. So for now, I want to get the other ending. And you know what that means? It means restarting from all the way back here. I have to check though, because if I have more than 8 fragments, that means, yeah, damn it. Okay, I have to restart from the very beginning of the game. Oh my god, this is gonna take a while. I mean, I'm gonna speedrun, I guess, but like still. How do I go back to main menu? What's the button? Is it? And there you go, F12. I have to start from the very beginning. Okay. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't matter, but I feel like sometimes when people come in, maybe even just watch the VOD, they skip to like a part and they're like wondering why I'm skipping a bunch of stuff. I want to put some text to explain why. So let's see. Well, I don't know. Speed running through the game to get the bad ending. Do I have like an outline or something? Oh, the text looks all wrong. How do I actually? Let's make it, hold on, alignment right, and then, yeah. Ooh, oh no, where is it? Oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? Hold on. Yeah. Why does it do that? Stop that. I just want to like put a little text here. Give a little context in case someone is wondering. Like, why am I like just skipping everything super fast? I imagine. Actually, I should put it... I don't know. Technically, I have some stuff there. Can you see that? I don't know, it's too small, but... What does it have? It has an outline, right? Let me see. I have to look at this from my other screen. That's kind of bad. I can't read it. Hold on. Outline. Oh yeah, outline color. That's what it was. You know, when I put text through, I don't know. When I put text through OBS, it doesn't look good. Is there a way to make it look better? Bold, maybe? Doesn't look right. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy looking. It's just that when I put an outline, it doesn't look right to me. It doesn't have enough anti-aliasing. Is it just me? 12 maybe? 14? Oh, it's very small now. Let's go like this. Be like this. Okay, I'm gonna reset it again and just simply change the size. Where is it? It's such a finicky thing. Just to make some text. You like an OBS? Which is an easier way to do this? That looks alright. Okay. I just wanted to give a little context, you know? But yeah. I guess we'll begin yet again. It's gonna take a while. It'll skip through a lot of text. I don't even remember how to solve all the puzzles, really. Who's saying this? They're just saying all the things. This is a work of fiction. None of this is real. You think this is real, then you need to not think that, I guess. Okay, well, time to speed run. Actually, let's make this a little bit. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Is that too small? I can't tell. Line size. Let's keep it like that, I guess. No, I don't know. Hold on. That. No. Okay, whatever. Okay, I gotta stop playing with it. Just go. Again, I'm still... I'm reminded of that one person in one of my YouTube comments being like, why are you skipping everything? You know, as they watch the second or third episode of like one of my playthroughs, and I was like, what are you doing? That misses the whole point of like playing this game. And it's like, no, you skip my playthrough. The reason I'm skipping stuff now because I'm skipping parts of the game that I've already played. Bro, do not pay attention. Anyway. Okay, so this time, I really do have to like speedrun everything. I wish there was a faster way to skip text, by the way. Sometimes developers, I think for RPG Maker games, they add like a little plugin that makes it easier to skip text, but you can't. If they don't do that, you can't skip. It's not on by default. All right, let's use. I mean, what file? I don't know. I guess we'll use file 11. I gotta make sure. Okay, I gotta make sure not to overwrite file 10 though, because that's what I need to go back and get the other ending. In which case, actually, let me make a backup just in case I accidentally make a save over that one. So where is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I'll just make a backup in the folder. Let's see, backup saves here. Make a copy over there. All right. Okay. So speedrun time. This time, make sure not to not collect any of the actual fragments. If you collect even one fragment, it's not the end of the world. But like, you know, just make sure I don't. Because I think the specific requirement is. Also, what's that, by the way? We never got that explanation of that scene. I don't know. She was looking at, I think, what's her face, Kobato-chan and everything. She has I guess a premonition or a flashback. I don't know, but that was never really explained actually. Anyway, skip that. Oh, okay, that is Suzunara. So I was wondering. Okay, that is Kobato-chan. That's simply Kobato-chan, you know. And yeah, again, Bully C. They got murdered and nobody cared. I mean, obviously they're just like what's the word? Obviously, just a NPC that like, you know, is like deserves to die, at least in the story anyway. It's like, who cares? This person is like, I mean, not deserves to die, but rather a character written in the story where they're just a complete jackass and then nobody would miss them, basically, right? There's just a very flat, like, a character, a one-note character that nobody cares about, right? So again, at least funny. I imagine maybe did the author just forget about Bully C? You know? I don't know. They make this whole thing about how like Chitose is like so kind and, you know, soft-hearted or whatever, but like doesn't give a shit about that one person that died. Again, I mean, I guess they deserved it, but still, it's like not even a police report. You know, it's like she kind of caused this, sort of. Well, not entirely, but it's partially her responsibility, I feel like. That person just got Goomba stomped, you know? She ran this way and got the monster to kill the other bully, you know? Even if they were like a jackass, they were still like a human being and everything, so... Anyway. Alright, let's go. Let's go here. What if I just ignore? Bye! Okay, maybe not. Oh yeah, somehow she made like an invisible bus. Like, this is not the real bus. You know, again, it's a little contrived, but like apparently she was pretending that the bus, like she was going to the bus, and then Chitose stops her, but like that was all part of her master plan to justify killing her, because it's supposed to be like it took away her only way to be at peace, even though it wasn't actually. She was just pretending, and somehow she used her genjutsu, you know, for Naruto genjutsu, to make it seem like it's the real bus, so it's an illusion. It was never real. Anyway. It really is just a weird... I feel like it really was like at the end they're just make it seem like a big plot twist, but like it was I felt like it was just a last second twist, you know, or maybe not like a, you know, like a M. Night Shyamalan twist, or maybe it was more like they had that twist in mind the whole time and then they tried to like make it seem like, you know, they were trying to force the story to go in that direction, but again, it just kind of felt like a little bit disconnected, you know, the whole story didn't really match. Okay, so after this, we have to go to, I guess, what was it? I already forgot. We have to go here. The mirror breaks. I think, well, I don't know if I need to read this first, but I guess, yeah, I had to close the curtains, right? That's what it was. Oh, sparkle there. Do I need to pick up that sparkle? I don't remember. Like, if it's a heart fragment, I actually don't want to pick it up. Is the thing. Hold on, let me save, actually. Like, sometimes I do want... Some of the items are not, like, heart fragments. Sometimes they're actually just water bottles. So I wonder, maybe, like... Maybe I should grab a water bottle or two? Yeah, water bottle. Just in case. In case I need it for a particular thing. Like a better checkpoint or something. Though I did find, like, I didn't really need it, for the most part. Except that one part of the quiz, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, run away. Actually, what happens? I was wondering what happens if I go back like this. Oh, okay. Same thing. For some reason, yeah. During a chase sequence, kind of hard to see, but like it's kind of during a chase sequence, if you go back to the screen that you came from before, it just causes that particular game over. And I was wondering if it only happens with the tall enemy, which is, I guess, simply Kobato-chan in her, like, monster form, I guess. But, I guess it just happens with every chase sequence. It's the same game over, as it turns out. Okay. You know, again, Kobato is very mysterious because she knows all about ghosts and everything. I do wonder, and it's because she's a ghost herself and everything. Again, why does she get to keep her body and these guys are disfigured, you know, are missing heads? I don't know, again. She's supposed to be special, right? I'm assuming. I'm assuming it has something to do with her family lineage or something. That's like, maybe she's like a priest or something, technically. I don't know. Now what, actually? I guess maybe go back to where that was? Oh yeah, I gotta check, like, the various small things, I think. Kagida. Bathroom. I'm gonna go take a bath. Again, that makes me a little bit uncomfortable because they're naked, but like you can't see anything. They're it's pixel art. Like you can barely see anything. It's not supposed to be sexual, but I don't know. I'm just paranoid. Okay. And I guess it's like a cultural thing too. Maybe like I think I read somewhere like being nude and all that, especially when they're just kids, is like, in Japan anyway, at least in traditional culture, it's not really meant, like, it's not embarrassing, right? It's just a normal thing, supposedly. I don't know, as far as I understand anyway. It's just that in Western culture, I guess, it's a little bit more prude. Or like, you know, you're not supposed to show that, you know, on the internet. But I don't know. Anyway, after taking the bath, now what? Do we head upstairs or something? Can't remember. I might as well save just in case. Go here. Yeah, okay, upstairs. I think, Make the phone call. That doesn't work, obviously. I gotta remember to, like, hang up. If you stay on the phone, you die, apparently. Drink some more. Water enhanced. Cranberry flavor. I mean, I guess, like, fruit punch or, like, you know, cranberry juice normally looks like this anyway. But like, it really does look like blood, you know, in my water bottle. Which, I guess it's a blender bottle, technically. You know, there's like something called a blender bottle. I mean, if you don't already know, it's just, it usually has a little whisk ball. It's meant for making protein shakes. But obviously I took out the whisk ball and I'm just using it as a water bottle. I like it better though, actually. As a water bottle, it's actually better than the typical water bottles I had in the past, because this one's actually pretty easy to clean. It has a really like wide, I guess, mouth, you know what you call it? Like a wide opening. So it's like pretty easy to clean with just a sponge. And it doesn't have those, you know, it has a little, you know what these like water bottles have, like these weird rubber seals? I mean, as far as I know, I can't see, but like, maybe there is a rubber seal. But usually you have to like clean the rubber seals, you know? Or the gaskets. But I feel like when I do that, you know, it just makes it worse, because it kind of like deteriorates the gasket. And so the water doesn't really seal as much, if that makes sense. Anyway. What is it doing over here? And here? Oh, well, I'll go to the right, the other door. Yeah, I was just saying something about like a blender bottle. I'm using a blender bottle. It's a water bottle. And it looks like, again, it looks like blood. You know, it looks like there's a bunch of blood. You know, it's like a dark red. I guess it just also looks like wine, I guess. Isn't wine the same color? I don't know, I just think it looks like blood. It doesn't taste like blood, though. I would know, because I've tasted blood before, which is to say, I get nosebleeds in the past, or I've gotten nosebleeds in the past. You know, it's like that's probably one of the only ways. I mean, not only way, but like one of the few ways that you would normally taste your own blood. I feel like. I guess. Well, I'm trying to think. Like, I guess, you know, a long time ago, you know, when you're a kid, you lose your teeth, I guess, and the blood comes out. Okay. Actually, I was checking. Okay, I can't go to the convenience store. Is this guy persistent, by the way? No, it's not persistent. So it's based on your save, by the way. It's actually a new playthrough. So it doesn't count all the steps I've done in the previous playthrough. Doesn't count. Ding dong. Here, isn't it when the monster chases you? Nope. No, okay. Okay, well, I didn't chase you yet. Any dialogue about the bus stop, by the way? No? Ah. Can go on the road? No? Oh yeah, that reminds me. You know, the bus stop kind of reminds me, again, I don't want to dox myself. Is this doxing? I'm not sure. But basically, hopefully no one can triangulate exactly, you know, what I'm talking about exactly. But, basically there was a bus stop that I used to commute, and it's not there anymore. So it's annoying, you know? For some reason, they took it away. I didn't even tell anyone. So, I don't know. blood here. What was it? It was to return the... So I'm not paying attention to dialogue, but like, you're supposed to go back to here and then give the Sotoba back and everything, so the headless children murdering... Or technically it's like one headless child, but you know, the headless child and their friends trying to murder you. That arc is finished at this point, I guess. You know, normally this would take like 2 hours or something, I feel like, you know? Because I think about by the 2.5 hour mark is when I went to the school section, right? Did all this in like, what, 10 minutes? I'm assuming this is a good time. This is a PR, I guess. Anyway, something, yeah, I was complaining about like a bus stop, right? Like there's a bus stop I usually use, and it's like they just like took it away. Why'd they do that? Like nobody was using it. I remember actually, I you know, again, I don't want to dox myself, but like, I think it was like, yeah, I'm trying not to be I'm trying not to be specific, but like basically, yeah, at some point, you know, there was another person waiting at that bus stop. And then they were really confused because like a bunch of buses were like moving past, you know, because I was like walking from that bus, like from a different bus stop anyway. And I happened to pass by that person. I even explained that like the buses don't stop here anymore, you know. They're like, what the heck? Let's see. So now we explore, right? So we go here, maybe. Little doll here. Over there's lock, however, I think. What was it? I already forgot. Oh yeah. The first puzzle was numbers. Oh, I already have the solution, right? So I can just use, I can sequence break. I don't need to go to the other room. I can simply sequence break. Sequence break. Oh, damn it. I can't sequence break. What? The game doesn't allow you to put the code in until you get the code. Come on. Okay, go here, you're gonna read this. 6891, so it's actually 1689, 1689, 1689, 1689. Get back here! Get back here, shadow creature! 1689, 1689. Also, I'm pretty sure, I guess that shadow was one of the bullies actually running away. I think that one maybe was Bully B, I imagine. $1689? Was it 1689 or 1986? 1869 maybe. 1869, 1869. One 6 or no wait, 1869. Ah, damn it. Or is it 1 9 6 8 or no wait, I'm getting so confused. Wait, no 1689. There you go. Okay. Kagida. I guess kagi is key in Japanese. Okay. The negative, you know, the negative projection of Bato-chan's feelings. Do you have a friend whose views are just as important as yourself? If hypothetically speaking, you know, they want to die together. Okay, die. Okay, she meant dying together rather than like sacrificing yourself for another, I guess. That's what it was. Okay, what was the key? Science. Okay, science door is the second floor. Oh, can I? There you go. Okay. Oh, this is the chase sequence part.
これって
Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Just to be safe. I don't know. I don't know if it matters. Oh, did I? What was that button? Did I press the screenshot button accidentally? I didn't mean to do that. Just to be safe, I want to make sure I don't collect any heart fragments. It might not matter, but I'm going for like a 0 heart fragment run, basically. I want to make sure I don't get any heart fragments at all. Again, like it could be, alright, the guide says specifically 8 is the number to not go over, but like, you know, sometimes walkthroughs could be wrong. Just as I mentioned for like the Forest of Drizzling Rain, for example, in the Steam remake, you know, the referencing the one walkthrough was referencing the secret ending. Turns out it was just completely wrong. I had to go into the game files to actually figure that out. And nobody else did. Oh, god damn it. I didn't mean to grab it again. Ah. Nope, wrong button. Okay, I keep screenshotting. Accidentally. Is that on my thing here? I don't know. Oh, there it is. There's a screenshot like folder. I'm gonna delete that. Okay. Okay, remember, don't bother interacting with the shelves. I want to get this though. I'll get the water bottle because that's not heart fragments. That's just water bottles to make a manual save. Don't interact with the shelf. Interact with this, I guess. Skeleton. And then, yeah, just go. Chase sequence! Whee! Go, 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 go.
Stop. Yamero.
You know, it got me the first time. It actually did get me the first time. Because I was just trying to follow instructions. I was trying to follow the instructions of the little thing that said to flee without hesitation. And then it was like, stop. It was like, oh, okay, new instructions. I was like, nope, that's not new instructions. That's just simply a lie. They're lying to you. Okay. Actually, maybe I should go back. So, if I go back into the rooms. Anything new here? Maybe not. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Anything new here? Oop, oop. Okay. Now what? I totally forgot. Well, how do I progress from here? It's locked. Go back down, maybe. There's the other person hiding in the bathroom stall, but nothing to do with them, really. Yeah, that's later. I was thinking because maybe go there, but you know, because there's a scene of the bear, but like nothing there. It seems like. Hey, items? I have no items. I'm not sure where to go. I guess maybe interact with the exit, maybe because there was a little dialogue here as well. I remember. Yeah, it's like in any case, let's look for Kobato-chan. Go back over here. I swear, it's a lot of like running around, backtracking. There's a little sparkle there. Wait, hold on. I don't know if it's a heart fragment or not, so let's double check. Oh, it is. Okay, it's a key. So I need that. All right. Go over here. And I think this is where we find, what's her face? Oh no, she's not here actually. Never mind. Water bottle. Hmm. Okay. I forget how to progress. Just like last time, just like in the first playthrough. I don't know what to do here. I mean, obviously you interact with everything, but again, like I want to make sure I'm not, accidentally getting heart fragments. Again, ironically harder to not get the bad ending than it is to get the bad ending. Okay, you had to read that. Okay. And now there's someone injured. Okay, where's she? Oh, you know, I didn't notice that the first time, but that was the tall enemy or whatever. Use again the projection of Kobato-chan's negative emotions. I guess they just dropped her here. I guess is that what happened? Suplexed her here randomly. Okay, well I gotta get the stuff. I'm assuming from the science room again. Oh, there's a little thing again. I mean, that's what we learn later, that this is like the incel stalker, you know, the guy that just follows you around, but like, I love you. I saw you for like 10 seconds in a spooky school thing. It's like, I love you now, or whatever, apparently. Very parasocial. Here. I don't want to check that because that's a heart fragment, I'm pretty sure, so I don't go there. How about this? There you go. It's funny that it just kind of appears, you know, and Chitose just doesn't mention it at all. It is kind of creepy, actually. That's when, you know, that's when the RPG Maker horror games get me, is when the characters don't say anything about it. You know, like I understand the characters being like, yeah, you know, there's a monster chasing me, run away. But then like something weird happens and the characters don't even like acknowledge it. That's when it gets creepy, right? Because it gets a little surreal. Like, what do you mean? Why don't they see anything? Yet me, the player, sees it, but like the characters don't see it, you know? I feel like that's when it's a little bit creepy. And it's actually effective, you know, in terms of horror. Skip more dialogue. Oops, I was drinking, so like, I was just spamming the button. Actually, I was repeating the dialogue 5 million times. I thought it was gonna be like a long, weird conversation, you know? But like, never mind. Okay, I think the black cat mentions like going back to places you've been before or something. Graffiti, who would do this to the school walls? Delinquents. So I think, let's see. I don't think you go here, right? Oh, this isn't unlocked yet. So we go downstairs first. And then, I don't know, just explore some more. I guess, yeah, let's go back to the bear. Or not really go back, but you know. Go here, little bear thing. Blood comes out. Just because. Bird. Giant bird. Is that like the shadow of a giant bird? Like, do we only see the shadow? I'm not sure how that works. Because it doesn't look very big, you know? But everyone says... I mean, it's big for a hawk, I guess, but like... Well, the characters mention how, like, it's a giant hawk. It's... Oh no, it's so scary. But isn't it just a bird? Just shoot it with a gun, you know? I don't know. Use some bird shot. Go blam blam your shotgun. Anyway, did I get anything? I don't think I got anything. I guess I just go back up, maybe? She's not here anymore. Ho hum, ho hum. Okay, now we go here, and then there's the bird, right? And then we get attacked by the bird. See, that is the bird, right? This is the real size of the bird, not just the shadow. I'm a big bird. Again, what did she throw? You know? What did she throw there? Just randomly just have throwing objects? Where'd you get that from? I mean, that's her sister right there, but we can't reach her. Oh, open, close, close, open, right? Open, close, close. Open. Grab the pickaxe. It is a diamond pickaxe. Whoa! Now we can mine some diamonds or whatever. I think that's how it works. Is that how Minecraft works? Do you need a diamond pickaxe to mine diamonds? But then how do you get diamonds in the first place to make that diamond pickaxe? I'm not sure. I never played Minecraft. I've only like briefly watched other people play Minecraft because I have no real interest in playing Minecraft myself. It seems kind of boring, you know? Even though it's incredibly, extremely popular and one of the highest grossing video games ever made. At least for like an indie game anyway. For its price. I was never interested in it, you know? It seems kind of boring, just playing with blocks. What's the point? Oh, yeah, this one. Ah, I don't like this one. Because I always mess up somehow. Gotta like make sure it gotta play Ring Around the Rosie properly and not get caught, and not go too fast, and not go too slow. Gotta like pause a little bit at the end here. At the end there, so you doesn't end up going the other way and accidentally walk into it. Come on, hurry up. Finish the timer. And there, okay. Okay. Save the game. Now what? I'm not sure. I think maybe we go to the third floor at this point. Because I feel like there's nothing else to explore. Except maybe the library. Oh yeah, there you go. Because it goes to the rat and then it goes over here. Will you be my friend? And she's like, no, actually, you're a loser. Get wrecked. What's memo? What is your name? What is the library assistant's name? Who is Amamiya Shizuku? Amamiya. You know, when I was writing down I was renaming the files, you know, because I like to organize my files, by the way, to make sure I have the correct video footage of stuff that I might turn into, like, you know, actual like edited videos on YouTube. I forgot the name of the game, you know, the name of the game is Amayado Bus Stop, but then I put Amamiya Bus Stop. I guess this is where this came from. I was wondering, like, why did I think it was Amamiya? Mamma mia, here we go again. Anyway, Amamiya. But I guess it was because of this, because Amamiya and Amayado is very similar sounding. Anyway, but the answer is Shizuku. Shizuku. So Shizuku.
Hello.
Okay, and then you read the little newspaper. Again, I wish it goes faster. Come on. Oh, I read it twice. Oops. Okay. Again, there's a whole big deal about this hawk. And we don't really see the conclusion of it. I guess the last time you see it in the story anyways, when it chases after, I think, Chitose, right? Chitose and Akane at the end in the sewer system, I think. And then that's the last time you see them. I don't know. Okay, are you guys ready to move yet? No? Okay, not yet. I keep checking. What now? Actually, I don't know what to do now. Maybe I missed something from the... Sometimes I might miss something. Because we go into... this room. Nothing else, okay. Do we go back downstairs? Nothing here. Oh, of course. Oh, right. Now it was that. That happens. Right. This randomly just appears out of nowhere. Also, yeah, some of the game over screens, like, you just get teleported somewhere, then you freaking die. You can just do that. You know, I was saying, like, again, like, she just has that power, I guess, just to do that randomly. Where do I go again? I forgot. Over here, maybe? Oh, wow, really? Ah, come on. I think, you know, in order to run away from that chase sequence, I need to hide in one of the closets, I believe. I was also wondering if there's a special sequence if I run in over here instead. You know, but like, I imagine not. It just catches you, right? Because I want to somehow it catches the bully as well, but I don't know. Usually, in the game over scenes, even though you have other characters involved... What? Come on. You have other characters involved, in your party, they don't really affect the game over scene. Except that one time when she got dropped into lava, you know? Akane was there. Otherwise, it's always just her, though. I was always just Chitose. Chitose, Chitose.
Chitose.
Okay, well, it's funny, last time, yeah, I think last time when I did the chase sequence, I didn't notice that those, the floor actually, there was holes that appeared because I ended up, like, not standing on them. I was wondering, I didn't remember that happening last time. Am I good? You know? I remember some RPG Maker horror games I played in the past. It's like, it seems like everything's fine, but actually you have to wait even longer. And then sometimes if you wait too long, you also get a game over. You know? Okay. Now can I go up here? No? Man. What do I do? Any secrets over here? Maybe? No. Maybe I have to go back down. Alright, maybe go over here. Maybe there's a new thing here, maybe? No, I don't see anything. Maybe there was? Let me see. Oh, here you go. Yeah, and inexplicitly, there was a key. I remember being upset about that. Like, why is there a key there now when there was no other indication that there would be a key in there? Like, come on. I guess, I mean, the plot, I think at this point in the story, I think they were talking about going to a PC room, right? Go to look stuff up, I guess. So you just search nearby until you see the key. Yada 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 yada. The hawk's meat, you know, is what they gave the villagers. Well, what does the hawk's meat mean? You know, does it mean the hawk's meat itself? The grabbing meat from its own body? It just grows back? Or like, did they mean like they hunted somewhere else? You know, because I wonder, what's the giant hawk hunt for? What kind of meat was that they were eating? I'm not sure. Alright, so okay, so Kobato-chan appears randomly in our party again. Now I think she mentions going to the music room, I guess. Actually, I skipped this, I don't know. I mean, obviously that was a lie. It was just to trick us into going to that big hole, I guess, for some reason, but I don't know what the initial excuse was. She just heard something, I guess, and that's it. That's the idea. She simply heard something in the music room. In the ongaku room. And then there's a portrait we need to do something about. Right, okay. I don't know if I need to check it first, but we need to go to the left in order to get that portrait in the first place. Bang. Okay, well, wait, actually. Stone board. Okay, we need that. Hold on. Let me... Oh yeah, I can go over here. Let's build a stone bridge. It really is Minecraft. Oops, I didn't mean to... Okay. Oh, see, so I was wondering who that person was. Okay, again, that's just the negative projection of Kobato-chan. And it flies away! Whee! Okay. And now we stand here. Until something happens. I'm assuming you have to pick this up. Ding dong. She mentions, yeah, the bell from nearby temple. A person who's not human rings it all in in order to connect this world to the next. I don't know. This is like, I feel like in relation to nothing. You know, just, it seems it's set up as if it's like, you know, important to the plot, but like it's not. I don't know. It's just a thing that like jump scares Chitose. And supposedly the player, I guess. Oh yeah, anything in this washroom? I don't think so. There's nothing in this washroom. It's useless to me. Alright, so we have the art room keys over here. It wants red paint, so you get the red paint. Put it red paint over here. Okay. Again, a lot. You know, this is what happens. Normally, I would do this off screen actually, but you know, since I was thinking like I have time anyway, might as well just do it here. It's like it's not that interesting, but like, you know, the thing is, I don't have time to do it off screen anyway. On the weekdays, like I feel like my time is very limited, especially again because I started a new job and everything. So I'd rather just do it on stream, even if it's a little bit monotonous and repetitive and redundant, but oh well. Let's see, I actually wanted to use the water bottle and make a save here because I know there's a quiz, pop quiz coming up. So I might fail this, so like I'd rather have that save there. Okay, now do I remember everything? Let's see, which floor? Floor 3. Question 2. Family name? Susanari. Question 3. How many years ago? 20 years, probably. I kind of guessed that. I don't know if it was 20 years specifically. Handel. And finally, older sister of bully A. I'm pretty sure. All correct. Yay! We're an A+ student. Which kind of reminds me, actually, in university. Well, I was gonna say, like, in general, I was an A, straight A student, really. I never really tried, to be honest, in school. Well, not really try, but, like, you know, it felt easy, rather, you know, because I just did all my homework, and, like, I didn't really have a struggle in school. But my overconfidence was a slow and insidious killer because in university, my grades started to drop. So, I don't know. It was just, it's different, right? It's different from school, at least from what I'm used to anyway. School was like very structured, at least in high school anyway. High school and below was super structured, but university, definitely not. Felt a little bit more, you have to make your own decisions and like get organized your own time and everything. Anyway, by the end though, it took an extra year, but by the end I was able to get my GPA a little bit up. Though I don't know the exact number necessarily. I simply just got like, you know, I just try to meet the requirements for my degree, which is a sociology degree, by the way. I think I already mentioned that, but or sociology major rather, for like a bachelor's degree of arts, I think, something like that. I got my GPA up high enough to be considered like an honors, essentially, which I think is just an A, right? Or maybe an A-. I don't know. But that's what that reminds me of, you know, like being a straight-A student and all that. And at the end of the day, you know, I was like, was it even worth it? I don't know, because it didn't feel like it. Should have picked like computer science or something. I don't know. Oh well. Meow. Alright, yada yada yada. Oh! Ah! Press the wrong button. Hold on, I'm gonna reset. When was the save? Okay, it's over here. We gotta be careful whenever, you know, the hardest part about replaying a game to get a different ending is that when you skip all dialogue, you accidentally press the button and you pick the wrong option and you gotta repeat again. That's why in more modern games, you know, it's kind of like, I swear, there's like, there's some like, how do you say? Some of the choices you make in some modern games, they don't, by default, like have your option selected for you as the first option. So it prevents spamming, which is a good thing. Like it prevents like accidentally picking an option while you're spamming dialogue. I mean, ideally you wouldn't need to, you know, skip dialogue in the first place like this, right? It would normally just, you know, straight up just, ideally anyway, just kind of like have checkpoints, and so you can just reload from a particular decision point without doing all this, but oh well. Okay, gotta slow down. And then pick the right option this time. My feelings. My feelings. I hate you. Dai Kirai. Get wrecked. And now he's gonna post on Reddit or something, you know, or like 4chan and complain about how, you know, something. I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know how to word it, but like, you know, like, you know, blame women or something like that. I don't know. I'm such a nice guy. Why would she reject me when I'm such a nice guy? How dare she? No, oh, well, I still can't go that way. I'm gonna go all the way over here. And then the portrait. Then it moves the little thing. Okay. And then we go over here. Well, there's a whole... It's gonna be like a whole scene, isn't it? Hold on. I'm gonna make another save, actually. I should use the water bottle. Ah, whatever. I'm too late. I'm already walking. I'm already walking over here. It happens in real life, actually. Sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need to go this way, but like I'm already going this way anyway, even though it's a long way around. I'm just gonna keep going. You know? Sunk cost fallacy. Anyway, but let's see. So it's been about it's almost 2 hours and 47 minutes exactly since I started streaming. So actually, I'm gonna take a quick break. So yeah. I'm gonna go grab a snack, go to the washroom, be right back, and then I'm gonna continue my little speed run through the entire game, trying to intentionally miss all the heart fragments so that I get the bad ending. We watch the bad ending. Probably takes like the actual ending itself is probably like 10 seconds. You know, like I don't know. I imagine nothing special is gonna happen. You probably get stabbed, and that's it. The end. And then I'll reload the other save I had to see what happens if you choose the other option at the end to see the true ending. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, BRB after a few minutes. Alright. Let's continue. Speed running through the game. What am I doing? I think over here, right? We need to go back to the music room and then get pushed into the dark hole, and then there's a whole flashback where she gets like where we learn about Kabato getting bullied. We're gonna beat you up. And she's like, no, don't do that. Oh yeah, we're gonna beat you up. Even though you're a girl, we're gonna beat the crap out of you. I guess. I don't know, again, I mean, obviously the bullies were supported by other, like, female bullies, I imagine, as well. I just don't see... Normally, like, guys don't... I don't know. Obviously, it might be different. Maybe, obviously, my own experience is only a small sample size, but, like, usually bullies are of the same gender, you know? At least when they're kids, anyway. From what I can see. Because if you're a guy and then you bully a woman, like, you'll be the most unpopular guy in school. Like, I don't know, man. No one would like you. You'll be like a creep, you know? And usually, the types of bullies, at least from what I see, the type of bullies in school are the popular ones. They're never really the ones that are like, you know... I mean, unless they're really bad, I guess. I don't know, but like... Usually, it's not really the people who are... traditionally like delinquents or like what's the word I forget the word, but you know, they're not outcasts, I guess. Yeah, they're not like social outcasts or anyone or anything like that, not, you know, things like that, you know, because I don't know, I feel like everyone has their own like preconception of what a bully looks like, or like a, you know, a trouble student looks like. But and again, I have my own biases, I guess, but like again, it's usually like a group of people. Bullies are always a group of people. It's not always like one guy. Because if it's like one guy stirring up trouble, they would immediately be ganged up on, you know, easily. But if it's like a group of people, usually that's more effective. And usually those type of bullies are definitely more charismatic, or like they're more popular. At least for kids anyway. And so, that's usually the case. Can I go back here? Do that. Do this. And do this. Actually, I was wondering, what if I go to the left? Oh, okay, you just die. You'd think it'd be a legitimate, you know, route. But I guess not, you go right instead. You can't go left. I just got lucky the first time. Anyway, was it talking about something about like bullies and how like I feel like usually, traditionally anyway, I felt like it's usually of the same gender. Because you have to keep up appearances, you know? That's how that works. If you'll be effective at like cornering someone and psychopathically like ruin their life, you have to make sure everyone else is not interfering, you know? And you make it seem like, oh, you're best friends or whatever. But actually, you're torturing them, I guess, something like that. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you had to double interact with something. Key, and then use the key on the thing. Alright, and then you off the book, you read the book. And then Kopato-chan shows up, I'm pretty sure, and she's like, I'm going to stab you. You see, I have a... Oh, oops. Ah, damn it. Pressed the wrong button, because I was skipping dialogue. I forgot about that. Decision point. Damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Anyway. Yeah, I did notice actually, yeah, so the hawk whatever chases after you and then they kinda you hear the cat and then they fight. I guess there was that scene. I forgot about that, but I guess well that doesn't really explain the cat part. Like who is this cat mysterious cat thing? I don't know. But like I guess that is what happened. So the hawk I guess fought with the cat. I'm assuming they're gods of some sort, so like, you know, I'm assuming they don't die forever, maybe, I'm not sure, but you know, either the hawk dies or either it's been driven away, either way. That's what happens to the hawk god. You're simply fighting against the cat. Okay. Yada yada yada. Okay, gotta pay attention this time. Kobato-chan! You have a JoJo stand? What is your ability, you know? Other than Ora? Do you have the ability to like... I don't know, make zippers or something? What was it? You know, I mean, obviously spoilers. Well, maybe I shouldn't mention it. It is spoilers, actually. I was gonna say something mentioning like part 4 or 5 or something. Again, I never really watched... I'm such a fake JoJo fan because I haven't really watched the entire anime, you know, in its whole, you know? But I watched a few episodes, you know, like random episodes. Like I skipped around just to see the coolest parts and some of the clips. And I've just kind of like, in my mind, put together like the general idea of JoJo, you know? The general idea of the story, even though like I've never actually watched the entire anime. But I generally know what it's about. I know about, you know, how like in part 1 and part 2, I believe, it's like, it wasn't any stands, right? It was more about like, was it Hama or something like that? So basically superpowers, like Dragon Ball Z style. But like, it's only when it was in part 3 is when it gets more, you know, focused on the stands and everything. And also more, I guess more, I don't know what the word is, but it's more focused on like how their powers interact with each other, right? And how like the protagonists kind of like overcome the different abilities that the stands have. But like, I think that happens at part 4, I think, or it's a part 5, I think. There's so many parts. Also, the idea of parts also is kind of like confusing, right? It's like, because the protagonist changes in every part, but even though it's still JoJo technically, so it's still the JoJo universe. It's just different protagonists. Anyway, I think it was like part 4 or 5. It was like, I don't know, I don't want to say it because it's spoilers, but like, you know, the thing happens that kind of like undermines the whole premise of the series, and it's kind of like, I don't like it. Anyway. I guess, hold on, so I gotta do something like this maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Let's do like this, and then go like this. Gosh. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Do this. Push this one up. Oh! Ah! I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to go right, and somehow she went down. Hold on, can I reset it? Okay, it's reset. Okay. Hold on, so I just want to do something like this. I'll push this out of the way. And then go here. Like so. Might as well put that one over there. And then I gotta push this one down. I have no choice. Go all the way around. Go like this. Put that over there. And then... oh, it should be pretty simple. Oh! Oh, damn it! I wanted to go down! I want to go... oh, I don't know. Or maybe I could have fixed that, actually. Oh, well. Okay, try it again. Okay, I gotta push this one away. Funny, I did it very, very easily the first time, and now I don't know why I'm struggling. I'm trying to go too fast, I guess, but like, I'm not even sprinting. I'm actually moving at regular speed. Gotta be careful not to press the wrong direction. Okay, just go, yeah, go all the way around. Okay, and then I want to go down. Down, hold it down. Go right, and then push these in their respective spots. There you go. Alright. So now we gotta match all the things, I guess. Grab this pillow. Destroy this wine glass. Notes here. Put the blanket. Oh, it's not. I was a pillow. Did I say pillow? It was a blanket, not pillow. Now push this. Eat free food. Delicious fish. You know, just randomly in this weird sewer dungeon, you just fresh fish. Don't worry about it, you know? Not suspicious at all. Anyway, so let's see. It was like, yeah, okay. Gotta memorize that a little bit. That's on the right. Forest on the bottom. And I can actually, again, I can swap these whenever I want. Actually, doesn't matter. I can move. I thought it was a sliding puzzle, but it's actually way easier than that, as it turns out. You can just move it around, easy. That, like that. There you go, okay. Ding dong! Okay, we're back to where I was like yesterday, basically. Clang. Hammer. Can I look at the hammer? Metal hammer. Just like with that pickaxe back then. Perhaps I might be able to destroy something. Okay. Sometimes you get interesting commentary, but I guess it's just Akane, so... Nothing interesting. Run, 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 run. I wonder if we learned anything about the black cats in the true ending. Yeah, just who is that black cat? We just follow the blood trail and it's freaking dead. I do wonder though, because it's, you know, it seems like a very mysterious, powerful force. Maybe it's not so much that the cat is dead, but rather it's just his physical form is dead. And so... it just needs to find a new vessel, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, so here's a whole boss fight with Kobato-chan again. Do this. Friends? I have no friends. They disappoint me. Much dialogue. I've seen all this already. I don't need to see it again. Shut your yapping. I'm a time traveler, you see. I've been here before. Now stand on these spikes. Okay, oh. And then she's gonna go real fast. Oh, I hate that. Stand on the spikes, please. No, stand on the spikes, come on. Sound of spikes. Ah. No, sound of spikes. Oh. But then, damn it. God damn it. But I can't get to the lever. You know, it's funny, the one on the very top is like not useful. Because, oh, there you go. And it, okay. Again, the one on the very top is not very useful because she gets too close. Should be like really close if I use the lever there. Oh, okay, there you go. Ah! I use the power of like using the specific lever to hit spikes on you. Alrighty. Sparkly thing again. I'm trying to skip the heart fragments actually. Ladder. Oops. How does reading a book, you know, put a ladder down? How does that work? Doesn't make any sense. Little scene of her sister, I guess. It's funny. Like, did the developer have to add all this just to show that her sister was safe, I guess? Could have just mentioned it off, you know, off screen or whatever. You know, it's like, after the events of the game, Akane's sister was found still in the washroom, passed out, you know, because she was very tired. It was past her bedtime. And then the next day when school opened, you know, they were like, why are you here? Why were you here at school the whole night? Taking a nap on the toilet. You silly person. You know, it could have just been that. Instead of this whole scene where it's like, here's his father, here's her sister. And then she went back home, okay. And that's nothing. You know, I was gonna say, it adds nothing to the plot. What's the point? No, her life means nothing. More flashbacks. Oh yeah, because she fell down. It's like, hey, there's a dead body here. Lol. That's so funny. I put it in my Instagram. You know? Actually, I don't know what Instagram is. I just know I think it's owned by Facebook, right? I've seen it mentioned a few times when it comes to social media, but like, I don't know anything about it. When I try to browse, it just says, you have to log in. And it's like, I don't know, I don't want to log in. So like, I just never use it. As far as I understand, it's like, you can post pictures, I guess, and maybe some videos, kind of like TikTok, but I don't know. It's like a weird in-between. I don't get it. Anyway, Mitsukete. Time to do this whole sequence again. Woo! Yahoo! Woohoo! Is this? I think this is the last sequence, right? Right before the actual ending of the game. So, gotta remember to remove that text at the bottom right of the stream, by the way, because I'll be done soon, maybe. Assuming I don't get another game over again, where she like gets thrown into lava. By the way, you know, these game over sequences. I mean, I appreciate the extra detail of, you know, of something rather than like simply it like cutting to black and then game over and that's it. You know, even though it does that sometimes. I do like the idea of like an extra little scene that shows how she dies, right? That is actually, I think, what I play RPG Maker horror games for, you know, at least part of the reason. And so if it doesn't have that, you know, I feel like it's missing something. But at the same time, though, it's kind of silly at times, I feel like. Like, what do you mean they get teleported into the Minecraft underground and then she gets pushed into lava? What do you mean? I feel like it would make sense. I mean, it depends. Like some of the earlier ones are good. Like the one where she gets executed if she doesn't answer all the questions by the random monster teacher, or the ones where she gets her head chopped off. That makes sense because of the headless, children. I don't know why they're headless though. But anyway. But like it needs to make sense, right? It needs to match like the general vibe or the theme of the game. And so like I feel like if you get caught by the monster version of Kobato-chan, I think it would make more sense to be like, just like Corpse Party, by the way, similar idea, but like you should like, experience the death and pain of their moment of death, basically. So like the idea is that you get caught by the monster, and then you would flashback to, well, not flashback, but like you would get, you would teleport into like a extra dimensional space where you jump off a building or something, right? Something like that. I guess it kind of happens, like especially that one scene where you try to run back from a chase sequence, but stuff like that. Or like maybe you get bullied to death or something. You get hit to death, get stoned to death or something. I don't know, like something similar. Anyway, to kind of like capture the suffering that Kobato-chan went through, right? Because it's kind of based on her own like experience. And so that would make more sense to me. Instead of her like being thrown into lava randomly, or like being crushed by a trash compactor, it wasn't a trash compactor, but similar. Like these deaths, like they don't have any real connection to like Kopata's like whole story, so I don't get it. Why is it there? Like that's how I see it anyway. I feel like every little the element or detail in the game should be related to the whole like overall story, or overall like theme of the game, which is, again, like I feel like the like a core theme of the game is being bullied, right? Being bullied and like suffering and like being all alone and not having friends, but like the whole idea is the power of friendship, it's like, but then you do have friends and they empathize with you and then you're best friends now or whatever. That's the whole point. So cliche, but like I think that's the idea. But I do feel like at times, sometimes it goes, maybe I'm too early on the criticism here, but like sometimes when I go through the game, it doesn't feel all connected really. It just feels sometimes like it's just spooky or like shocking for the sake of being scary, I guess. Though it isn't even that shocking, I mean, at least for an RPG Maker game anyway. Or maybe I'm just very desensitized, but it doesn't feel that way. It seems kind of silly at times. Alright, here you go. So we're back all the way here. Finally. Check my party. There they are. Even though she's kind of bleeding, it's like she got some first aid, I guess, but she's supposed to be dying. I don't know. But I actually made it all the way back to the ending without any heart fragments. I had to actually, because I was cycling through my saves, and you can only have so many saves, right? That's why I always want more. But I didn't have a save that like didn't have more than like or rather didn't have less than 8 heart fragments, because I was already collecting them from the beginning of my playthrough, right? And so I had to restart and do everything all over again. And so I got here with 0 heart fragments, which I feel like it's not challenging, but it's just an accomplishment of itself. Anyway, let's take off that text. But yeah, let's see what happens. Got you. You went on ahead to wait for us, huh? And what the heck was that shadow chasing us until now? That's my shadow and not me myself. It is the being that was made from the splitting off of all the negative emotions from my heart. Splitting off all the negative emotions? It looks like the you that's here right now is already quite twisted enough. I split off my negative emotions for myself in order not to spend a long time without emotion, so that I don't keep on getting hurt, comforted and hurt again over and over. And so, just like how I split off my negative emotions, in the same way I split off my positive emotions too. In other words, the me that's here now doesn't have any emotion remaining. Now, I'm tired of you two already. I'll make things easy for you. Chitose, are you alright? Stop all this already. Say it one way. Chitose is your friend, right? Didn't I tell you that's incorrect? Why would a stranger like Akane go so far to... I've always spent my days not trusting or counting on anyone else at all. But I've come to know there were more people like Chitose who cares more for others than themselves. It's thanks to Chitose that I thought that people aren't just to be thrown away. From an observer's point of view, Chitose's a fool, always just worrying after others. But I like for there to be a world where such fools get their just reward. Just reward? That sounds like the opposite usually. Just desserts? Anyway. As for you, you've always just suffered without getting any compensation, haven't you? Or without any justice, I guess. You say justice then. Why would you do all that? Though you say you split off all your emotions, your face right now looks sad. As for me, there's no heart anymore. Just quit it already without lying to yourself. Chitose is your friend. What is it, Koboto-chan? I skinned my leg. That's right, there's a scratch. It'll be fine, just wait a little, okay? I should still have a little of those bandages I used for Akane-san. There it is. Now can you lend me your leg? Okay, it should be fine now. I fixed it in place firmly, so the bleeding should stop right away. Thank you. You're welcome. Now let's get going again. Yes. Okay. I did wonder about that. Even though she's like an undead, almost immortal spirit being with a physical form, she can still get wounded? You know, how's that work? Does that mean you can just shoot her? Just get a gun. Well, obviously you can't just get a gun in Japan, but you know, just simply stab her, just kill her. You know? She tries to stab you, just stab her back. It seems as if I've had my eye on quite a troublesome child. That's enough. I've quit. Now I'll have to start all over again from the beginning. From the beginning? What could you mean by... This has nothing to do with you guys anymore. Relax. The game of tag ends here. Wait, there's still things I'd like to ask. Farewell. It was somewhat fun. Kobato. Alright, well, yeah, okay, so the rest of it seems the same. So, I mean, obviously that part is different, though, because they didn't collect enough heart fragments. As I embraced Chitose, I took her right into the convenience store, called for an ambulance. It's her vital spot, so she's fine. Talked to the police, but they're like, Who are you? What are you talking about? Yeah, don't bother reporting dead bodies. Who cares? You know, we're the police, but like, who gives a shit? We just leave bodies around. You know, they just kind of like rot on the streets. Who cares? You know, even though you know what happened was dubious, and Kobato never showed herself to us ever since then. Okay, that's different, I think.
Bad ending.
Eternal loneliness. Oh, okay, it just ends there. I did all that just for it to end there. I mean, that's why it's the bad ending, I guess. You know, usually doesn't it, like, the game mention how, or like the, what was it, the store page, I think. Not the store page, but you know. The, yeah, okay. Oh no, I guess I read it wrong. Because I read this. It says here, there's also an afterword you can see when you fulfill a certain condition. Okay, I read it wrong. I thought it said, like, you know, there is an afterword that tells you when you need to fulfill a certain condition or something, you know? Because some games do that, right? Where you get a certain ending, they're like, you did it, you got this ending. However, if you collected enough of this, then you might have gotten a different ending, or something like that. They give you a hint to show you how to get different endings. So I thought this game was doing that, but no, I guess I read that wrong. This simply just means that, you know, you get the epilogue. If you do the true ending, which is what I'll do right now. So let's see. I'll continue from here, I guess. Here we go. Oop, you know, very easy. We're just gonna end up over here. And let's see what the other ending is like. Though I guess this part is the same, so let me skip this part, I guess. As I drink some more water. I've noticed that when I look in the mirror, though, during my break, my lips are very red. You know, or rather, I can't speak. My lips are very red. rather. I think it's because the dye, you know, the food dye in the water enhancer thing is very strong, as it turns out. So maybe there is a downside, you know? I was very hopeful while having this water enhancer thing a lot, but like, you know, I mean, it doesn't matter when I'm just at home, but like obviously when I'm out, it'd be a little bit unprofessional when I have like what looks to be lipstick, you know, randomly. It's very like, you know, very strong lipstick, I guess. Okay, again, this is probably the same part, so like I'm just gonna skip this. Okay, I gotta remember to... I don't want to make the same mistake again, where I accidentally skip, or rather, you know, select the wrong option again. So I remember when Chitose, like, heads outside of the house, or like, well, when she's talking to Akane, I guess, I gotta remember to, like, slow down to make sure I pick the right option, which is right here. So it's been a while. Thanks to you. And then she tells her about Kobato-chan. I keep saying Kobato-chan. You know, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right when I just say Kobato. It needs to be Kobato-chan. Okay, yada yada yada. Yada 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 does it. Oh, again? Oh yeah, there's a whole sequence here again. Or they're like pretend to be her friend. Now, was this before or after the bullying? It seems to be before the bullying, so maybe this is where I started, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like she only became a target once she stood up to the other bully, though. I'm not sure. I mean, it was mentioned before, like one of the bullies did mention how, like, they did lock her up in a gym storage room or whatever. Where's the teacher? Where's the gym teacher? What, didn't the gym teacher didn't see this part? They're having gym class and yet... I don't know, maybe they're doing it, like, outside of class time. Bye! I'm gonna lock up a woman in a room, haha! So funny! What a funny prank! I don't know, I feel like you wouldn't do this to a girl. Is it just me? Maybe I'm just very... What's the word? I don't know what the word is. Like, traditional, I guess? I don't know. Like, you wouldn't do it to a woman. You do it to a guy, it's like, well, you know, boys will be boys, you know? Like, men murdering each other? Ah, that's normal. But, like, if you do it to a woman, like, that's just like, what the heck? You've committed a crime. I don't know. Anyway, so, okay. So, we're back all the way here. This time with all 12 heart fragments, which is, you know, what I had initially in my first playthrough anyway, but let's see what happens if we say Kobato-chan is not all alone. Kobato-chan is not all alone. Chitose? I'm sorry, Kane-san. I need to get going. Well, I feel like it means the same thing, you know, not alone or is my friend, you know, basically the same thing, but slightly different way to say it. Chitose, that girl, could she possibly... Damn it. Why does it have to be now of all times? That the wound I got from Kapato's shadow that day. Today again it rains. Time to go meet her at the bus stop. Still waiting for that bus. Chitose. I'm sorry. I made a promise of Akane, but I just wanted to apologize to you once, Chitose. I don't think I'll be forgiven, but even then No, it's fine now. Eh? I've already forgotten it. I don't remember it anyway. Even if I do say so myself, Chitose, you really are too soft-hearted. I do get told that a lot. Hey, Kobato-chan, would it be alright to sit by your side? Yes. It feels like somehow, the first time I saw you, Kopoto-chan, it didn't feel like you were a stranger, did it? Is that so? Yes, a feeling as if we were friends ever since a long time ago. In truth, for me, it also felt like that. Like as if when I talk to you, I mysteriously get some kind of warm feeling. Really? What a relief! I thought it felt like that only for me. Hey, Kopoto-chan. What? You asked me earlier if I had a friend I'd be able to die with together if I asked. Or if they asked. Eh? No, that's... It's fine. Eh? For me, it's fine. Ah yes, Toxic Yuri, or Toxic Doomed Yuri. No, classic double suicide, except technically she's undead. You know, one of the... Anyway. To go together with you, Kopoto-chan. So that means that you'll come ride the bus together with me. Yes. Why would you go so far as to do that? I was also bullied in school, and felt all alone this whole time. But when I met you, Kopoto-chan, I was able to meet for the first time someone who I could call a friend. And so I don't want to be all alone anymore. I don't want to leave you all alone either. So, would you really go together with me? Yes, and so with your hand one more time. The rain has gotten stronger, hasn't it? Understood. Chitose. What? Thank you. No, don't worry about it. Hey, the bus is finally here. Amayado. For those getting on board, please be careful not to slip as you embark. Next stop, hell. No, Chitose, for you to go even that far for Kabato. Are you truly happy with this? Hey, there's the giant bird. And it speaks. The meaning of happiness is different for each person. It cannot be measured using other people's scales. You're the hawk from that time. So that talking hawk in that legend actually is real, huh? I will take responsibility for these two souls and guide them to the other world. You can just forget everything you saw today and go back home to your everyday life. Okay, but why did you attack me that one time, by the way? Okay, so yeah. Chitose. Damn it. For her to make such a happy-looking face like that. And thus, the moral of the story is to kill yourself. You know, KYS. No, anyway. Well, I guess that's it. That's the true ending, which is more bittersweet, I guess, rather than, like, happy. Comparatively. But I guess the idea is that instead of them, you know, because the implication of the happy ending is that they eventually grow old, and then, you know, Kobato is stuck being, in limbo the whole time. And so instead, in this true ending, she gets to move on. But obviously, Chitose has to sacrifice herself as well. Again, seems to... I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if it's meant to be the actual moral of the story, but it does seem to imply that actually the answer to all your problems is just simply kill yourself. You know, it's like, what? I don't know. Doesn't seem like a very wholesome lesson. But as far as I understand, though, after these credits, I think there's a little bit more. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah. Again, my thoughts on the game, I already kind of mentioned it already, but I'll just say it again here, since it's just credits. Overall, Like, oh, I like the actual, again, it's a little nostalgic, right? So I like the little, like, mechanics, little puzzles, you walk around, you explore, use items, you know, it's a very nostalgic RPG Maker horror game. So in that sense, I can forgive a lot. I just don't like the fact that the story is a little bit, not cohesive, you know? It just doesn't feel that way. It just felt like in the first part, like, randomly, like, you end up being chased by, like, you know, the children, the headless child, whatever, and then you go to your house and you run around, you know, and then suddenly you go to school, and then now you're being chased by a school. Excuse me. You're being randomly chased in the school as well with other random, like, ghosts, I guess. Like, I don't know if it's like the actual, like, because I feel, as far as I understand anyway, the only entity that's confirmed to be belonging to Kobato was the really tall, like, weird, you know, black and white thing, you know, zebra thing. It's not really a zebra, but you know, that was trying to chase you around, right? I mean, that part makes sense. It's just that, what about all the other things? What about the weird dolls, you know? What about the weird, like, teddy bear thing that got sliced? And what about the skull thing, you know, that was like an incel skull? And what about the weird skeleton? What about the, you know, what are these random monsters has nothing to do with anything? Why are they chasing you, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's like a thing where, like, they are attracted to Chitose because of Kobato-chan's influence, right? Maybe that's why, I'm not sure, but it just felt a little bit like all disconnected. And so all of this whole thing about her, like, needing to sacrifice herself to move on, you know, and like Kobato-chan's backstory, it felt a little bit contrived, but because it didn't feel like it was all part of the same thing. Oh, well, there you go. She kind of like, they both disappear, I guess, in that little shrine. I guess, oh, that's the, it was mentioned in the book, right? That's the shrine to the hawk god, I guess. What was it? It was something Mukuro, something, I forget the word. But I guess, you know, technically the bird transports them to that little shrine, and then they, I guess, pass on. Form of happiness. True ending. I'll be leaving first now. Hey, go shoplift for that convenience store quickly now. If you don't do it quick, you're gonna get left out tomorrow. I can't do that. Some of the shoplifting would be... Hey, you, this ain't time for you to act like a good kid and all. Don't just make the great effort we made in taking you here all just to go for nothing now. Hey, you guys. That person doesn't like it. Stop with the tomfoolery already. What's with this woman? You have a problem with us? I'm telling you, I'm disgusted seeing guys like you. Let's just leave this kind of person alone and get home, get back home already. Okay. But what about, you know, what they should say to repeat the cycle of events with Kobato-chan is like, we're gonna bully you now. We're gonna bully you, random red-haired girl. No, I'm gonna bring up like 10 of my gang members. We're gonna beat the shit out of you with baseball bats. No, you there, are you alright? Yes. Thanks for helping me out. Don't worry about it. But it's no good for you to continue being bullied like this, you know? If you don't like it, you need to reject them and punch them. And go, uro, 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 uro. I can't. Yeah? If I do that, they'll just punch me back. I might be bullied even worse starting the next day. But that's what's gonna happen. I don't mind staying like how I am right now. But that's all. I truly thank you. So I'll be going now. Chitose, Kobato. You are both struggling in an environment you can't do much about, huh? I'm sorry that I didn't know this kind of thing earlier. I'm truly sorry. Oh, it just kind of ends there. Okay, I was that this extra scene? That's what it says on the little like game page, the translator's page, you know, and also I think it says here too. It says here, yeah, get all 12 heart fragments at the true end for an afterward, which I don't know why does it use afterward. What does that even mean? But like, I guess like an extra scene essentially. Is that it? That's all? How disappointing after. I thought it was gonna be like a thing where like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it may be a little bit cheesy, but like maybe see a thing where we see what's her face, Kobato and Chitose actually in heaven, you know, and hanging out. Maybe that's a little bit too much wishful thinking, I guess, but that's what I thought it would be like. But actually, we just see more bullying and be like, well, that sucks. Anyway, society, you know, and do nothing about it. Haha. Anyway, so there you go. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I like the true ending. I do like how it's bittersweet, you know? It's a little bit, I feel like bittersweet endings, I feel like are more, to me anyway, a little more interesting than if it was just like a normal happy ending. Though, even though, again, the happy ending has a darker implication though, because it does imply that eventually Chitose and Akane eventually grow old and, like, you know, die, essentially, right? Or, like, you know, die a natural death anyway. You know, what's the word? You know, pass away. You know, I'm trying to say the you know, the nicer way of saying that you literally die from old age. But anyway, you know, so, like, obviously they'll eventually leave Kobato all on her own again. So I don't know, but anyway, but yeah, Amayado Bus Stop. I think I already mentioned it. Like, I already talked about it in the credits, but, like, I don't like how everything is a little bit, like, a little again, disconnected. You know, I didn't feel like it was all part of the same theme. Especially, like, the game overs, you know, some of the game overs, I feel like it didn't make any sense. Like, I don't know, I just felt like they just added a bunch of stuff that wasn't really part of the whole, like, overarching theme, right? Because I feel like a good, you know, at least the games I play in the past, and maybe I'm just spoiled for good, you know, RPG Maker games, it's just that if you can add, like, horror elements and, like, spooky parts, you know, I'd rather, for me anyway, it somehow thematically, like, it doesn't have to be literally this, like, connected to the main plot, but rather thematically be connected to the main plot, right? So, you know, just to give an example of the way I would make the game, not that I would, but, like, if I would somehow be the person to make the game, instead of having all these weird monsters kill you and everything, it would instead be somehow related to all the victims of being bullied, right? So all the monsters that chase you are somehow connected to somehow them being bullied to death, right? Or something like that. So you would find all these newspaper articles, you know, mentioning things like that, right? You know, oh, this one kid, they, like, committed suicide because, you know, they got bullied, or this one, you know, ended up dying because the bullies, you know, accidentally, like, killed them or whatever, things like that, right? That'll be interesting. And that will all kind of connect to, like, Kobato-chan, because maybe she's the leader of these, like, undead spirits that are not willing to move on because she ended up being here for too long, and that regret and that negative emotion actually built up, and it like manifests as, like, you know, actual, like, supernatural powers and all that, you know. And obviously there's some kind of thing that happens where Chitose, you know, tries to, like, make her understand that, you know, she's not all alone and yada yada yada. But anyway, you know, that would be kind of cool. Again, like, I don't know, maybe not, like, the part of her about being a leader, maybe not, but, like, you know, just the part about, like, again, the general, like, core theme of bullying and being bullied, right? And isolation, even that part, if all the monsters were related to that, then I feel like it would make sense. And maybe it is, but, like, I don't know, I can't tell just from, like, the game itself, you know. I feel like they didn't give enough, like, lore to, like, really explain that. And also, again, the cat, who's the cat? I don't know. The cat is just a mysterious cat creature, I guess. It's just a cat. It's just a weird cat god. I don't know. That, again, never explained. I wish they explained that a little bit. It doesn't have to be, like, a full explanation. It could just be, like, a hint. To be like, oh, actually, the hawk god, you know, has a rival, and it often comes in the form of a cat. And then that's it. You know, it doesn't have to, like, explain why the cat's there, or, you know, who exactly is the cat. Even just a small mention, even then, would feel like, again, a little bit more cohesive, right? And why they are motivated to protect Chitose and, like, whatever, right? Anyway, but yeah, anyway, that's just my criticism of the story. It just, again, to just sum it up in, like, only a few words, basically, it just felt like a little bit haphazard, I guess, or a little bit rough around the edges, you know, because it didn't feel like it was planned, you know. It just kind of felt like all put together, like, ramshackle? Is that the right word? Ramshackle? Let me look it up. Ramshackle. Messily made, I guess. So that's not the right word I'm looking for, but I don't know. Ramshackle. It's also like an animated plot. I didn't know that. But yeah, basically the story could be better. But I don't know. Overall, I had fun with it. You know, overall, again, remind me of like nostalgia. Again, rather, it's nostalgic because it reminds you of like older like RPG Maker horror games. The puzzles weren't too bad. You know, I actually do get upset when the puzzles get really hard, though it is a little annoying sometimes to backtrack so much. That's where I didn't love, but oh well, it's not too bad. It's just, you know, I just felt like I'm on what's the word? I'm on a schedule here, you know. You know, I don't want my time to be wasted too much, so I don't want to like backtrack so much. And yeah. I guess that's it. I don't know how else to talk about. I mean, there are some interesting deaths. You know, I feel like they're not enough though. I want a little bit more. I mean, I like the one with the teacher. That was an interesting one where they get the answers wrong and you get freaking executed. You know, that was interesting. And of course, one of the early ones where her head gets chopped off. But otherwise, I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more gruesome deaths. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but if you're gonna do something, you know, if you're gonna do a few of those like interesting deaths, you might as well give me more, you know, rather than just a few. That's all I'm saying. But yeah. But anyway, I guess that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling. I don't know what else to talk about, but like Amayado Bus Stop. It was okay. It was an okay experience, you know. I mean, obviously for free, you know, it's obviously that's good value. I can't really complain too much. Because someone made this game for free and another person translated it for free, so you know, not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, there you go. I mean, that's it for Amayado Bus Stop. What do I say at the end here? I don't know. Like, I guess, you know, if you end up watching the VOD, by the way, so anyone watching the VOD, if you didn't know, if you happen to be watching the VOD at this point, I actually stream these games live. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, check out my other stuff, Twitch and Twitter and whatnot. Oh yeah, and be sure to change the bell from personalized to all if you want to get notified when I go live. If you want that anyway. Otherwise, you can just pay attention to my schedule, you know, just be here usually on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, noon Eastern time. That's usually when I stream. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for today. It's been about, let's see, 3 hours and about 49-ish minutes. So, yeah, I mean, usually I stream for like 4 hours, but there's not much I can do in like 10 minutes. Except, well, maybe I was thinking about doing a little bit more Renshuu, but nah, I don't feel like it. So I think that'll be it for today. Yeah. Again, I definitely was hoping a little bit more though. I was hoping for a little bit more at the end here. You know, again, the true ending, I don't mind. It was bittersweet, and I do like that. But like, I did want a little bit more though. It just kind of ended like a disappointing note, you know. Maybe you're supposed to get the, or ironically, are you supposed to get the true ending and then get the happy ending? I don't know. Anyway, it just didn't feel satisfying, you know. Oh well. But yeah, I guess let me press the button. As I think I already mentioned it already, but let me just say it again. You know, I stream on the weekends, 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, and I guess next week I'll be doing something else, as I always say. I have a few things in mind, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I'll be, you know, continue working on, I don't know if anyone cares, but like I'll be continuing to work on my Baldur's Gate 3 video that will take a million years to come out because I'm even more busy these days. And it takes so long to edit them, but you know, eventually that will come out. And after that one, what else should I be editing? I don't know. I'm trying to like choose again. I'm trying not to edit like almost every playthrough that I do, just the ones that I find interesting personally, or at least you know, not just interesting, but also just worthwhile to like turn into video or to like a playthrough. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. I guess I'll stop stalling and say that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.